everybody to another edition of the C3 Friday Free for All, the show for Panther fans by Panther fans. If you would like to be a part of the discussion today, I have posted the link to join the Streamyard in the YouTube chat and the Facebook chat. It is also in the description box down below the YouTube and Facebook videos. We're happy to have you all joining us today, man. The Panthers are currently 0-1, lost our season opener to the Atlanta Falcons, but the home opener approaches. Monday Night Football against the New Orleans Saints. Your boy will be there. I'm just saying, bro. I might be a good luck charm for the Carolina Panthers, bro. Let's go. Until then, I am joined this Friday by some people that you all know and love, and we're happy to have them again. First up, he's rocking that brand new Shut the Hell Up merch. My man, Panther Pickle. Pickle, what's up, dog?
Great. Let me tell you what, folks out there in YouTube land. If you know what's good for you, go buy one of these shirts. If you don't want to, then shut the hell up. I love you.
That's what it is, man. Tell them to shut the hell up. That's what we tell the haters. That's what we tell the Saints fans. That's also what I tell White Chocolate Espresso fairly frequently because he's a Gamecock fan. White Chocolate, what up?
I wasn't paying attention. I'm happy to be here.
Of course you would.
That's about normal. That's normal for a Gamecock fan.
Yeah, right. They don't have the attention.
Didn't we beat y'all? Both of y'all?
But
oh,
damn.
How y'all talking shit?
Yeah. No, I know you do. That's your favorite thing. No, man. Happy to have you, bro. We're both going to be at that Monday Night Football game. So
yeah, we got shit.
Yeah, man. You always saying you're going to take me to a strip club. So
you want to do
it? They're gonna share the straw with their martinis.
Oh yeah,
we are. You're weird, man. All right, next up, my man. The intro's over, man. Shut up. We're moving on.
I can talk if I want.
Nah. Next up, you know him, you love him. This man carries the flag for C3 Nation high above his head. It's the brand ambassador, These Ill Skills. What's up, dude?
Man, nothing much. Glad to be on another Friday free-for-all. I wanted to track back to Tuesday. You guys got tied up with some things. Tyler Ritten put that C3 in his name and joined the C3 Army. Not only that, shout out to him for becoming a super fan. Thank you for supporting the C3 Panthers podcast. I hope you're in here tonight. If not, maybe you listen to this later. And shout out to the chat. I appreciate all you guys. Let's rock and roll and have a good time tonight.
Let's roll. Happy to have you, man. Happy to everybody putting C3 in their username. Bro, C3 is for Panther fans by Panther fans, baby. Go ahead and do it. You know you want to. Next up, I'm going to introduce the biggest Buckeye fan that I know, the man of many jerseys, my man JJ. JJ, what's up?
Yes, sir. 15 Panther jerseys and counting. We're going strong. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday. We're going to beat up on the Saints on Monday, but we get to enjoy our Fridays and Sundays and watch football and talk football and get our opinions out. Join the show if you want. Join us on Mondays and Thursdays for Twitter Spaces or X Spaces, whatever you want to call them. Follow Panther Pickle, follow D's Ill Skills to join us. That's where we love talking more football. Other than that, it's the free-for-all. Let's get this going.
Let's do it, man. Follow the boys on Twitter. They've been doing those Twitter Spaces every Monday and Thursday. Been having a lot of viewers in there. Hey, dude, C3, we're always talking Panther football every day of the week. You already know. Next up, let me go to my man Michael Weidrich joining the show again. What's up, Michael?
What's up, guys? I'm sitting here playing man right now. I just got a pick 6 on the Lions. But yeah, I'm glad to be here, and I just got to say something in a calm tone. I was right about us losing, but I accidentally picked the Panthers, so that was a mistake on my part, but hey, it is what it is.
I hear you, man. Dude, we're going to chop it up today, man. Happy to have you. Next up, bro, this man has become the homie of all homies. It's my man, Jake the Snake F.U. What's up, bro?
What's up, y'all? What's up? I don't know what you got to do, Cody, but come Monday, you got to do whatever the fuck you can to get that dub Monday, bro. I don't care. You got to go out there and play, bro.
And I got the most southern country accent this can offer.
Bro, I'm going to beat them with
fuck you, JJ.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why Notre Dame's going to win, bro. Fuck y'all.
No. That's why you going to be sad as fuck watching
bro,
this.
I'm going to be wearing... Hey, look, man, I'm not even a superstitious type of dude. But I'm going to be wearing my lucky underwear, my lucky shoes. I'm going to be wearing anything lucky that I can.
Don't forget the socks, Cody.
He's going to wear his favorite trousers.
Hey, Sideshow, what type of girls they got at Onyx?
Dude, you're so dumb. Oh, yeah, Sideshow. Yeah, they're talking about strip clubs in the chat, y'all. But we're already off the rails, man. What the hell?
That man said Onyx.
I don't know. I don't know if my man Anthony is at the microphone. Anthony, you there? He might be away. Yeah, he said he was going to be away for a minute, so we'll come back to him. We're now joined by Al the Sailor. Al, what's up, bro?
Popeye the Sailor Man.
Yo, what's good, Cody? How's it going, bro?
How you doing?
Yeah. What's up? What's up, Pickle? What's up, everybody?
What's up,
man?
man?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm out here chilling,
man.
Working. Still out here in the Bahamas.
And last, but certainly not least, you know him. You might love him or hate him, but he's going to talk his shit whenever he can. It's G, baby. G, what's up, dog?
Is that Fitz Gregory in here?
Nah, ain't no Gregory,
bro. Leave him alone.
Nah, bro, I'm gonna drag him like a $2 hoe. Let me know when he gets in.
He was saying some bullshit. He need to get called out.
He jumped out. He's like, there's no Greg.
Who we talking about?
Greg. He be spewing.
G baby, come here and see Greg.
He be spewing nonsense.
G baby, you a pussy.
Damn.
All right, look, man, time to jump into this Panther discussion. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell for every time the C3 Panthers podcast goes live. Gentlemen, Brady Christiansen with a torn bicep has been put on season-ending IR. What do you feel now about this offensive line? How much does it change things? And who are you playing at left guard? It seems as though the Panthers want to leave Zavala at right guard where he is right now, but a lot of Panther fans want him to move to that natural left guard position. I'm going to let my man Don Diesel Skills go first today. Don, jump on this, bro.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. So here's the situation. So you got Zavala there at the right guard position, right beside Moten. Okay, Moten's a grizzled veteran, and they're kind of a good pair together, right? So you go over to the other side, and you got Icky, and then once Corbett comes back, you've got another grizzled veteran with another younger player, and Corbett, when he started in the league, actually started at the left guard position. Now, he was more successful at right guard, but he did start at left. So, in the meantime, I'm assuming Cade Mays is going to fill that role. Now, Nash Jensen could beat him out for it, which would be, honestly, if Nash beats Cade Mays out, it's a good thing for the Panthers because that's a UDFA that we found. It's like a gem, finally, that we found after the draft. So, hopefully, either one of those two will be the ones that carry us at that position until Corbett comes back. Now, a lot of people are saying week 4 for Corbett, but in my opinion, it could be as far as week 8. And I kind of trust Cade Mays because he's got a little more playing experience in the NFL than Nash. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Keep in mind when you say, I was gonna say, keep in mind when you say week 8, it's because we have the bye week on week 7, so it would be basically keeping them for the first half of the season.
Yeah.
As messed up as it sounds, I know some people are happy that he's hurt for the rest of the year because they wanted Zavala starting over him anyway. So
yeah, that's dumb.
And that's something that we can be real about. I feel like out of every offensive lineman that the Panthers have, nobody draws as much unnecessary criticism as Brady Christiansen does, man. All this dude has ever done is step up to the plate every time his number's been called. You can nitpick the man all you want. He has been a damn good offensive lineman, and last year he was a critical piece of that incredible offensive line that the Panthers had down the stretch. So I'm torn up for him. I've been one of the big Brady Christiansen defenders, like everybody might know. But to answer your question, Deez, I would say Cade Mays, if I'm a betting man, is probably the odds-on favorite to land that position. But I don't know, man. Like maybe there's someone else that that might be able to fill in that gap. I've even heard them say Justin McCray because of his prior history with James Campen being our offensive line coach. So I don't know, man. Right now, I feel like any opinion is just as relevant as anyone else's at this point.
If I have an opinion,
don't they have an open roster spot?
I don't know.
I don't think they do after they signed the Raiders cornerback. I could be wrong though.
Yeah,
I don't think
they've. Well, I don't know. I don't know that they've actually physically put. Not physically. I don't know that they've put Horn on IR yet. Because
they did.
Okay. Well, if they put him on IR, they may have a spot there. I'm not certain how.
Probably.
They've had so much transactions here lately. I don't know. One thing I'd like to say though is if you put Justin McCray out there, to me it's a waste. That man's 30-some years old. It's put a young guy out there. Let the young guys the future. I'm sorry. And you know what? Put Dante Brown on the practice squad out there before you put 32-year-old out there. That's just a waste. Now, everybody knows I'm a Tennessee fan. Everybody knows I like Cade Mays. But hey, you are what you are. If you get out there and you fight, you win the job. Great. If you don't, well, then you lose the job.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, I've always championed since he came here. I've liked James Camper. I begged and pleaded for them to leave him here when the other dude was hired and the new coaching staff came in. I know that if you listen to the coaches, they're kind of leaving this up to James Campton. There's not a better person on our roster to figure out who starts where.
Right.
James Campton. So
yeah, I
James
believe in that
Campton,
man.
In my opinion, if James Campton wants Lavala to stay at right, then let's leave him at right. And in my opinion, I agree with these. Start Cade Mays, and it's not going to say Cade Mays is going to finish the game, but Cade Mays, Nash, Jansen, and we'll see what goes on after that. When Corbett comes back, then we'll take it from there. Yeah. But I tell you what, to be honest with you, I'm more worried about center because I'm sorry, I know a lot of people won't like this, but Bozeman, he needs to step his game up.
He does. He definitely does.
And let me welcome my man Anthony into the show. Anthony's back with us. Ant, what's up, dude?
What's going on, boys? How y'all doing?
How you been?
Good.
I've been straight, bro.
Great.
Just school, getting used to that. Nothing else, man. Hype for this game we got. And I do want to ice up all the people because Bryce Young is the only rookie quarterback that's came out fully healthy after week 1, baby. Let's go. The tiny frame got nothing on us.
I'm
not hoping for injuries or anything. I'm not hoping for injuries.
No.
Injury got you feeling?
It runs up against the narrative that his little ass was going to be hurt anytime somebody lands on him the wrong way. And no, that has not happened. That's not flexing over Stroud or Richardson for being hurt. It's just saying, hey, our rookie quarterback is still ready and available to play and not on the injury list. Let me go to JJ. JJ was going to add into the guard convo. Go ahead, JJ.
Yeah, I was going to add on to what Jacob was saying earlier about how people are happy about this. And I don't know how people could be happy about Christensen going out for the season. I just want to put in perspective of how big of a blow this really is. In terms of where on this team is really has no depth at all. But the one area we were somewhat saying it did have depth was the interior of the offensive line. And we no longer have that. We were already running thin, praying to God we could get Christensen early, maybe before the bye, hopefully. But now we lose our starting guard and arguably our best pass blocker on the whole offensive line. And he's out for the whole season, not just a few weeks. And now we have to pray someone else on the offensive line can step up and fill his role. And I don't think people understand how hard that is when it's just on the fly. You know, a lot of people weren't going to be expecting to be put in this position, but now they need to step up just like everyone else on this team basically has to step up from where they were a week ago.
Yeah.
Just wanted to put in perspective how big of a blow this really
Yeah,
is.
I
'Cause
agree.
I wasn't the biggest Christensen
Yep.
defender, but Cody, you remember when I said, like, I defended Icky. Hey, but if he needed to be moved to left guard because Christensen was going to be our future left tackle, I was with it. But
Yeah.
it sucks we won't even get to experiment like that, and we just need all our guys to step up on that O line.
Yeah.
Right.
We definitely do. And we really don't know what we have
Right.
behind him. You know, I mean, we felt like for the first time this year, the Panthers finally had a little bit of offensive line depth, and now we're going to be testing it out early, man. And that's what we were proud about before the start of the season, that on paper we would have a good offensive line. But now you take Christensen out the mix. It's a hard one, dude. Kev, does this panic you, man? Like, I mean, did you feel like we're going to be able to find someone to step up, or is this a big time loss?
You were another Christensen believer.
Yep. I think it's going to be a big time loss. I think Cade Mays is going to step up for the run game. I don't know how he's going to do with the pass. And right now we have Bradley Bozeman is struggling with the pass.
Yeah.
And Cade Mays is going to struggle with the pass. There's two guards. So
Right beside each other.
and then what's it, Zola? I can't say his fucking name.
Zavala.
Zavala. Yeah. And he's not really known for pass blocking either. So that's
Zavala.
both our guards
I mean,
and
it's
centers are not really
Tell
strongest.
me about
Our strongest pass blocking strongest pass blocker went on IR this week, and some people are happy. Yeah, that shows you how much you really love your
Yeah, we
quarterback.
know who's happy about that, but
Yeah, that was the one real thing we got to stand on in the offseason on why the Panthers were the better situation compared to the other rookie quarterbacks getting drafted.
Now it's like the worst.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it just leads into the we got to run the ball
Yeah.
more. As much as we want to be a pass heavy,
We really
offense,
got to pray Corbett can come back and even be 95%, 90% of what he was, you know.
They don't need to rush him back. I know that. They definitely don't need to
Exactly.
rush him back.
Yeah, I wouldn't rush him back either. Michael, what's up, man? How you feeling about that left guard position? Who do you think should step up?
Honestly, I know everyone has their own opinions about this right now. I think Chandler Zavala should go to left guard to be a 1-2 counter push on our offensive line, because him and Icky's always been side by NC State days, right? So I feel like if those two were, I feel like our offensive line would be solid.
Yeah.
They
in my
were at
opinion.
NC State. They were NC State in reality for 4 games. That's it.
Yeah, Pickle researched this. They said that it was only
Four
4
games.
games that they played. Hey, but at least it's and at least it's something.
At least
you
it's
know?
more.
Yeah,
Exactly.
isn't left
Which
guard his natural position?
Savala had back surgery, and he went out week 7 because he used to be a foreman. So he came to NC State, and when Foreman was left in week 7 because of back surgery, that following year or that later on, EQ went to the draft. So it was only about 4 or 5 games roughly.
I've been saying,
So
I think we should. I mean, this is just what I would do. I think we should probably look into the free agency, like offensive lineman market, see if we can sign someone for a season, and then if they play pretty well, just re-sign them as a depth piece, or if they're good enough, just keep them as a starter. I mean, I just think
I would support that.
I mean,
depending on who it is.
I mean, Cade Mays is going to start at left guard. I mean, I don't really know how he'll do. We'll see. I do know that from watching that Saints game last week, I don't really think the Saints have a dominant defensive line like they used to. It seemed like it was kind of bad versus the run. So again, we got to pound the rock this week. I think that's the main thing.
Yeah. And let me. So basically, this is what the Panthers have to choose between, right? At the guard position, we have, and these are the guys that could make that rotation. You have Calvin Throckmorton, and you also have Nash Jensen and Cade Mays. And right now, this website that I'm on, Our Lads, they have Cade Mays penciled into the left guard position. So that is my odds on. Now, I do remember, if y'all remember, during preseason, everybody was kind of pissed off at Cade Mays, said that he was getting beat up early in preseason. Now, this is a year after he looked very impressive to start the year last year. So, I don't know, man. We're really going to be finding out on the fly what kind of player Cade Mays is. Somebody else in the chat room mentioned La'el Collins. But is that something that y'all would be would you entertain the idea of bringing La'el Collins, or are you like, nah, that dude's just used goods at this point in time?
It doesn't matter about my opinion because Federer's not going to throw the money at him. It does not matter what my opinion. Federer's not going to give him that money. There's multiple teams interested in him. They're not paying him.
I agree. I read there's multiple teams inquiring about La'el Collins. I was one that put in that said on Twitter earlier this week that when he was first cut by the Bengals that we should inquire about him or at least find out for depth purposes. Nonetheless, the next day Brady Christiansen was put on IR, but I do agree. I agree. I would like to, but at the same time, there's a lot of teams that are interested in him, and more than not, he'll take the highest bidder.
Yeah.
So,
hey man, I want to welcome some people into the room. First up, my man Alex, A14 Panthers. Alex, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, brother. How you feeling, man? Brady Christiansen out for the year with a torn bicep, man. What are you thinking?
Oh man, I mean that's a huge blow for the offensive line, obviously. But then again, it's next man up. That's how we have to think of it. And I mean, me personally, it's so early in the season. I'd probably, if we know that Corbett's going to come back, and he's going to get that right guard spot. I don't know why they probably wouldn't move Zavala to the left side, just because get him a couple weeks on that side. Because if he's solid, him and Icky, we should just do that. But if they're just going to stick with Zavala on the right side, I'm a big Nash Jensen guy. I think he might be the key guy right there in that spot.
Yep. Hey, real quick, whoever has any background noise,
I would leave Zavala at the right side.
Mute your microphone. Go ahead, Al.
What was that about Zavala on the right side?
I would leave Zavala. I would leave him at the right side. I would put the kid Nash in. Those North Dakota State linemen, they always seem to do like good in the NFL for some reason.
I like
Christensen,
too.
and so there's other people that come out of. I would try him. He's a rookie. You never know what you got. You know what I'm saying? You might have another Norwell.
Yeah, I think he had a
weird thing.
He had a good camp, Nash Jensen. That's why I think he might be pretty solid.
Yeah, a lot of people said that about him too.
Give him a shot.
And I'll tell you what, this coaching staff is really being put to the test year one, and we're gonna see what they're made of, because there's obstacles and question marks along this team everywhere.
Great point.
We really about to see what Frank Wright got in store for us.
Yeah,
you ain't lying, JJ.
Yeah, I agree.
You're 100% not lying. This is a lot of adversity very early on into their
there
coaching
you go.
tenure,
Adversity.
man.
That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, that really is. And by the way, so let's just jump into this. But first, let me introduce my man, Chad Morales, back on the Friday Free For All. Big Chad, what up?
Ooh! Who the hell?
Oh, JJ.
He said go Tigers.
Yeah, he said go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Always go Tigers.
Chad, what's up, bro? How you feeling about this offensive line, man? Brady Christiansen on the IR, done for the year.
It's definitely a gut punch or a kick in the dick, because we're sitting here and we're hype about the first overall pick, and we get guys like Chandler Zavala, and we like everything seems like it's more on the uprise. and then it's just like, JC goes down, figures, and then you got Brady Christiansen going down. So it's difficult, and you don't know what to expect, and it's P&P did something about like being a Panther fan nowadays. It's grueling. It is hard to be a Panther fan because we're so now I'm just gonna be straight up front. We are so used to mediocrity that it's almost kind of like, like of course this would happen, and I'm not really much of a glass half empty guy. I'm more of a glass half full guy. But when you get, you got 2 division games back-to-back weeks to start the season, and you're without your best corner, and you're going against guys like Olave, and it's just like, damn, man, like give us a damn break, and then you just don't know, like I don't know. It's difficult. I just want to be excited again. The last time that I was excited was when we were 6-2 in 2017?
18.
Yeah.
18 in 2018. So, we're talking 5 years of just of Matt Rule and his bullshit ass. By the way, thank you, Colorado. And it's just, of course, now we got key guys going down, and we don't know really what to expect with Bryce and this defense, and it's very difficult. Very difficult.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. That Jaycee Horn injury really got me in my feelings because
perfect segue.
He is such a shutdown corner in my opinion, and he could take off one side of the field, but he's just not on the field now, and it's such a like Chad said, a kick in the dick.
Nobody can say that he's not injury prone now. He is 100% injury prone.
Injury prone. That's obvious. Is he a bust? Is the new question.
He is, and it's not because of his play. It's not because of his play. It's just like you need to be on the field to actually be able to prove yourself. Like if we're sitting here every season and we're defending him because even though if he misses like 10 plus games, like the reality is that this isn't on Jaycee Horn. It's on the coaching staff for not drafting a damn cornerback like we all asked them for this exact scenario that was potentially going to happen this season.
Yeah, but
this is his first muscle injury though too. Like it's all broken bones.
Hey, hold on. Time out. I hear you. Listen, I hear you, but I feel like now for 3 years, every time he gets hurt, it's the same type of. It's the first time he's ever had this.
Kevin.
Well, it's always something.
Coming into the season, he ain't even played 50% of the games coming into this season, gang. Like, now he's going to miss even more. Are we even going to pick up his 5th year?
Well, hold on. Let Kev. Go ahead, Kev.
The only thing I worry about is muscle injuries. Like broken hand. That's what he missed last year with. Broken hand. Like it was,
and a broken foot before that.
Broken foot, and now I haven't heard anything about the foot. The hamstring is what worries me. But like
that's what I'm saying though. Hamstrings are lingering. Like they're always going to bother you.
This man got 2 non-contact injuries that's going to take him out for ever. It feels like.
Yeah. When he broke his foot.
I'm predicting
if it ain't he fragile and stuff, it's just like he's unlucky. So it's like
he's unlucky.
I think he's unlucky.
I want to say it like this, man. I've been a big time Jaycee Horn defender, and it's not like he did anything wrong, man. I hate it for the guy that he continues to have to go through this. I know he wants to be out there on the field, and of course he does. But when it comes to JC, I'm just so demoralized, man. Like every year we hope so much for him. And then these injuries after injuries after injuries, it's tough. I'm to the point where even when he comes back, week 5 or 6, even when he comes back, it's like we don't even know what we're expecting to get out of him because you're almost trained to feel like, okay, even if we get him for a game or 2, we're probably not going to have him for the rest of the season either. It's like, why? I'm hoping, obviously, that the man comes back and is a shutdown corner. But as of right now, it's like, hope in one hand and shit in the other. And see which one fills up first. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and see, my philosophy is, and like this kind of goes with like, I think I learned this philosophy in baseball. But you trade like now just hear me out because people will probably be pissed off, and I don't want to get into a screaming match. You want to trade people it's better to trade people too soon than too late. And right now it's getting to that point where what do we do with Jaycee? You know, like I know that he's quote unquote injury prone, but you know, you got to start thinking like this guy is, you know, a first round pick and was supposed to, I mean, I remember the day that we drafted him and Jalen Ramsey gets on Twitter and says, Carolina just got a dog. Well, we might have gotten a dog, but the dog has been in the damn doghouse and we need a dog.
Yeah. Hey, CPG. Yeah, Pickle, I'm going to go to you. But CPG says, did y'all forget about Thomas Davis? Mm-hmm. How many of y'all said Thomas Davis was a bust because he tore his ACL 3 times? And that is a lesson that Panther fans have had to
do. Right now.
I brought that up the other day. That is true. That is true. I was one of them. And what the fact when after this third tear, it wasn't the fact that my friend. It wasn't the fact saying this to CPG Panther fan. I wouldn't say it wasn't for the fact I called him a bust. I was more or less saying, you know, maybe football ain't his game. Maybe his body can't. Maybe his heart's there, but his body's not. And it's just life, you know. I wanted to see him play with his kids and such, and that's where my thought process was. But when they welcomed him back, and at the time, I don't know if you know this or not, a lot of you, Ron Rivera, as a rookie head coach, come in. They asked him. Ron sat down and talked to him. That's documented. Talked to Thomas. Come out and said, "I'd like to have him back. I know how a linebacker feels. I used to be a linebacker. I know how that feels. Let's bring him back." So they brought him back, and the rest is they brought him back, and he paired him with Luke, and the rest is history. Now, as for Jaycee Horn, folks, I know people are talking about trading. What do you think you're going to get for him?
Nothing.
Reality.
Why would you? He's on a rookie deal.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying, Kevin. Hear me out. If you were going to trade him after this season, because it'd have to be after this season, you were another team, what would you give for a guy who can't stay on the field? You're not giving much, if anything. So therefore, and he's on a rookie deal, and it's going to cost you $6 million to cap to trade him. There's no. It's going to cost you $6 million in cap to trade him.
If we keep him, do we pick up his 5th-year option?
Yeah.
No. Yes,
No. He lost it.
But just fit currently the 5th-year option for a guy like him who's never been to the Pro Bowl. His 5th-year option is $12 million.
Do y'all think that he wants his 5th-year option picked up?
In my opinion, they don't trade him; they keep him. Because if he goes somewhere else and balls out, if you don't keep his 5th-year option, you let him go off the free agency. He signs with bumfuck to whoever, and he comes and becomes a Pro Bowler.
Patriots.
You get a 3rd-round pick. Now that being said, I mean, you know,
I'd rather have Jaycee Horn than a 3rd-round pick.
At the end of the year, if you advertise, and somebody else has got to pick up that $6 million, so chances are he ain't got no trade value. If it is, it's very small. A lot of them conditional 7th-round picks. You might as well keep him for his rookie year and wait it out.
Hey, real quick, let me welcome my man CPG 704 into the building. CPG, what's up, dude?
What's up, man?
How you doing, man? How you feel about Jaycee Horn and his missing the next 4 weeks of being on IR?
I mean, it sucks, obviously. We all think that shit is fucking ass, terrible. Right? But yeah, it's terrible. But like I was saying in the comments, I know that Thomas Davis is the anomaly because he's obviously the only known athlete to ever come back from that. But at the same time,
that is true.
Didn't Jaycee play most of the season last year? And when he got hurt was right before we played Tampa for the division. Now, had we had Jaycee, we would have won because all Brady did was pick on C.J. Henderson the whole game. But at the same time, the season was kind of hopeless at that point.
And also, Thomas Davis tore his ACL, right?
Yeah, he tore the same ACL 3 times.
Yeah, it's completely different.
And on top of that, we don't have depth like on our team. We don't have that leverage to just let Jaycee Horn walk or trade him. Like, who are we gonna put in there? Like,
we barely got shit.
Are we sure that he even wants to stay? Are you sure that he even wants his 50-year option?
Not with these fans on Twitter.
That's what I'm saying. Especially Pat this week about his girlfriend and shit. Hell no.
No,
Time out. Anthony, I'm gonna let you go next, but I want to fill people in who don't know. So Panthers Twitter has been wild the past couple weeks, man. And basically everybody on Twitter is going after Jaycee Horn and calling him injury prone. People putting out these wild tweets, and then Jaycee Horn's girlfriend directly commented to one of the members of Panthers Twitter, and it was basically defending Jaycee Horn in this situation. But it's one of those things where people feel like the criticism has gotten too out of hand, that it's gotten too unfair, because Jaycee Horn didn't want to get hurt. He didn't ask to get hurt, but it did happen, and a lot of Panther fans have been really shitty about it, messaging him, telling him that he's injury prone, basically just being dicks and acting the way that you wouldn't want people to act towards you. So with that said, that is what he's been experiencing. And yeah, he might not want to be a part of that anymore.
Hey,
go ahead, let me let Anthony go, and then I'll let you go. Okay. By the way, whoever has your audio going when you're not talking, please mute your microphone so there's no background noises if you don't have headphones, because then we're all hearing your phone. All right, go ahead, Ant.
Yeah, all right. So I'm just gonna admit to y'all, like, I was a culprit of this with Derek Brown, like. Before last season, like, I messaged him on Instagram and was talking all this shit to him, and he actually responded, and he was dead ass like telling my mom to come get me and shit. Like, it was bad. Like, I have screenshots of it, and I regret doing.
Wait. So,
and this was before I met him. This was before.
Tell me that story over.
No, dude. Okay, so like me and my friend. All right. So during the Matt Rule era, I mean, we were all fucked up. Like, let's be honest, that era got us. It was bad. And I was just texting him, like, after his rookie year, I was like calling him a bust. We should have taken this and that. And he responded on Instagram, and his wife got up all in my face and was talking all this shit to me. And like, and dude, and then he got my mom involved. Like, he like looked up what my mom's name was and like, oh, come and get your son and this and that.
Dude,
yeah.
Why is this the first time I'm hearing this?
Well, because I don't like to fucking tell this to people, but like, anyways,
they keep that shit hidden.
The point is,
he did not tell nobody about that.
No, yeah, dude. Okay, so listen, the point of what I'm trying to say is that, like, one, you're a professional football player. You shouldn't be letting these fans get to your head like this. I just think, yes, for the Jaycee Horn slander, it's unwarranted, just like I was slandering Derek Brown. But you should use that as motivation. You shouldn't be like responding to these fans, because what do they have to like do with anything you got going on? I just don't.
He didn't. It was his girl.
His girl. Okay, so yeah. But again, like, he should only use this as motivation to try to stay on the field in the future. And look, what I did to Derek Brown was shitty. But at the same time, Derek Brown broke out the following season. So clearly he heard some of the haters were talking crap about him, and now I love Derek Brown. I met him in person, and like, we're all good now. But like, the reality,
I bet you didn't tell him that story.
No, he didn't even. I don't even think he remembered me like when I DoorDashed to his house. But like, I mean, I don't know. I get Panthers Twitter is crazy and this and that, but from my experiences, like, no, I don't do that stuff anymore. Like, I was just like, when Jaycee got hurt, oh well. Nothing we can do about it. He's a great player.
We're really just fans. All we could ask for is for him to stay on the field.
Yeah, and like, here's the thing. I'm more mad at the front office for not executing a backup plan for this. Like, how many times did we go on these free-for-alls and I told you, I was like, the positions I want us to draft are cornerback and edge rusher. We got the edge rusher, but we didn't draft a single cornerback.
Jaycee Horn and J.K. Dobbins, man, I can't catch a break with those two.
If I may say real quick, then we can go to D's. He's been raising his hand up for about 15 minutes. If I can say real quick, in reality, if you followed enough, and CPG, you probably know this, if you followed enough Panther the NFL for so many years. Scott Fitterer technically already drafted a corner this year. He drafted it with the 3rd pick, and his name's C.J. Henderson, technically speaking. So to Scott Fitterer's viewpoint, not that I'm a fan of Scott Fitterer, y'all know that, but to Scott Fitterer's viewpoint, he did draft a cornerback this year.
And that's why he's an idiot because the Jags gave up.
I have agreed with you on that before.
No, Pickle. What I'm saying is I agree. Like, yes, that's his viewpoint, right? But that quarterback that he traded for was a guy that clearly wasn't highly thought of because we got him for chump change.
Right.
They traded him for chump change after one season there.
Yeah, and he was the 9th overall pick that year, right?
9th, yes.
Right.
He went after.
And remember, the guy that our illustrious owner hired to be head coach wanted to take him instead of Derek Brown. Think of that.
If I can just say real quick, I think part of it is David Tepper learning how to be an owner. Like, he finally admitted when he fired Rule, like, that wasn't the best hire, and I'm kind of embarrassed about it. I think he's going to have to do the same thing with Fitterer at this point.
He will.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Tepper.
Who is that? Who just talked?
Oh, CPG.
CPG.
All right.
Yeah, that's the truth, man.
My fault. I thought you were Greg at first.
Yeah, bro, he does sound like Greg a little bit.
You just know I'm not G, baby.
I did not know you were in here.
My bad. Yeah, I can see how you might get Greg out of his voice.
As far as
baby,
a little bit.
G baby and Greg are.
I was going to say, look what DJ is doing with Chicago. He's like, wow, they're booing me in the first quarter.
Well, I told y'all he doesn't have a fucking
quarter.
I told y'all he still wouldn't have a quarterback. Like, it's not even his fault.
Be careful what you wish for. A lot of people say they want a bigger fan base until they get one. Don, go ahead, jump in on this, bro.
Yeah. Just kind of general etiquette online. Like, I don't really believe in atting the players because just like Nikki Bozeman pointed out, all the players go back on Twitter and they search their names and they can pull up all these tweets and they look at what people are saying about them. And you got to think these are real people underneath these uniforms, guys. And they have real families. And there's a really good chance that Jaycee Horn lost his 5th-year option on that injury. And I promise you, Jaycee Horn doesn't want to be injured. He doesn't want to be hurt. He doesn't want to miss time. And he certainly don't want to miss out on that $12 million 5th-year option that the Panthers could take away from him at this point. So that's a really sensitive subject. And I just wanted to advise others to please don't at players necessarily in case you're saying something positive. Don't get online and just be ugly to other human beings for no reason. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, hey man, shout out to Don. He's a good guy. He knows how to.
I agree with Don.
Players are on Twitter.
I have my own experience. I was under a different username at the time, but I heard somebody talk some crap to a player. I thought I was going to be Mr. Badass, and I jumped the guy, and I called him names, and I went after him because Brandon LaFell at the time had dropped a couple passes, and I thought, well, that happens to at the time rookies, and I jumped the guy for it. I didn't realize it was a player. I just didn't at the time, and Brandon LaFell comes and said, hey, chill, dude. He's a friend. And next thing I knew, I had including Panthers.com, block me.
What's actually funny about that?
Well, I mean, and at the time I thought, well, that's uncalled for. And I thought, you know what? That'll be the last time I at players. Now, I got a different profile, and it wasn't long ago when Charles Johnson started quit playing. Before he retired, I used to add him all the time. But it wasn't nothing negative. It was always positive. I remember one time watching a Super Bowl and adding Charles Johnson, and I said, well, next year that's going to be you, man. And, he liked it and had a good year the following year, Sometimes you can have a positive impact on these players. They watch football too, folks. They watch the playoffs. They watch the games. You don't have to tell them nothing they don't already know.
I blocked Brandon LaFell.
Yeah, just because you think you know
I can be in the
you
same.
really don't. So,
I hear you.
I've been blocked by Thomas Davis for as long as I had Panther Pickle. And
honestly, you might be surprised to hear this. You might be surprised to hear this. All the shit that I'm known to talk. I've never ever said anything directly to a player. I agree with Don. Like normally, it's like I'm not adding a person. If I want to go on Twitter and speak my mind about a player, I'll certainly do so. Lord knows I've done it before. But I'm also not trying to, do everything in my power to make sure that I'm seen by that certain person either.
Right.
That's
You're
not
not
really.
Right.
Yeah.
But hey, I want to ask y'all. I want to ask y'all this though. What do y'all? Yeah, right. 100% G baby. But my question is this: if you had to guess, now I know that Jaycee Horn's coming back, but what is a bigger blow to the Carolina Panthers in the meantime? Losing Brady Christiansen or losing Jaycee Horn?
Jaycee Horn, no question.
JC, 100%.
Because the lack of depth at corner, the lack of depth at corner.
There is no depth. There is no depth.
There's none.
That's not even a question. That was not Cody. That was so rude to Brady Christiansen to even compare that. Nobody was saying Brady Christiansen.
Just look at the game where we played Tampa.
I got a real quick story for y'all. And it's a real story too. So there was this post right before Drake London's rookie year. He in training camp mossed this cornerback, and I saw in the comments it said versus this third stringer, and being the positive person I am, I said, while you're on the couch and he's probably making millions. And actually the cornerback, he responded with a few laughing emojis. I thought that was cool as fuck. So I do follow him, but
nice.
I can't remember his name, but he wore number 37.
Are they just playing Troy Hill as a nickel cornerback? Are they not playing him outside?
He might hit the outside this week.
Bro.
He needs to be. He needs to be out there.
This is off topic. I do not know. They do not know what to do with Jeremy Chin. It's actually fathoming to me that Matt Rule knew how to use him.
He don't even know what to do.
Yeah, dude, he was getting.
I agree, Anthony. I agree 100%.
Absolutely smoked on Sunday by Kyle Pitts, and thank God they didn't have They don't have a quarterback to actually read the field. But dude, we need.
Or a head
We're
coach.
just so down bad at that position, man. I don't know, man. This is just goes back. We should have drafted 2 cornerbacks at least, but we didn't do that.
I agree.
What'd you say, Kevin?
What is that?
I would say Jaycee Horn is a bigger loss.
He is because of
No.
Wait, hold on. Let me hear Kev. Go ahead, Kev.
Is the bigger loss.
Christensen's out for the year. Horn's only going to be gone for 4 games.
Yeah, but I trust Campen to coach up those guys. I don't trust whoever is even running.
That's where I'm gonna be honest. That's where I've got a problem with this discussion. There's a lot of assuming that whoever's going to step up at guard, just because we have James Campen, that somehow everything is going to be better than it is at DB. I'm not here to argue that we have shit. Hey, I'm not here to argue that we have shit at defensive back depth. That goes without saying. But I don't know, all the coaching in the world couldn't make Michael Jordan a good guard.
That's fair. And Cody, let me say this though. The only reason I say Jaycee Horn is because we've all seen what it looks like without him already. So I'm saying there is a chance that the offensive line could still be solid without Brady Christiansen.
And who says that JC comes back in 4 weeks too? Who says that? You don't know. Nobody knows.
Dude in the bottom right got his hand raised.
Yeah, no. So I was going to go to Michael and then Chad. Go ahead, Michael.
Okay, so I got a question because I just looked on my spaces today, my ex, and for some odd reason they listed Jaycee Horn as missing the rest of the season. So if he's missing only 3 or 4 games, why are they putting him on IR for? I don't get that.
Well, so there's season-ending IR, and then there's a short-term IR that only lasts about 4 weeks. That you have to
minimum 4 weeks.
So by the way, that's what Austin Corbett is on right now. He's out for the first 4 weeks, and then he'll be able to return. Yeah. All right. Let me go to Chad. Chad, get in there, bro.
So when you ask the question, what's a bigger blow between JC or Brady? My first thought was Brady. The only reason why I say Brady is because what's Brady's job? Protect your franchise quarterback.
Right.
Our schedule, it's grueling. like the first 6 games. Like I don't care if we're playing the Saints, still the division game. Then we got to play Seattle in Seattle. That's going to be a hard game. You got to play Miami. You got to play all these teams that are playoff contenders or in the discussion of being in the playoffs. So you're losing your starting left guard that's protecting your rookie quarterback, and this is the National Football League. So personally, I think losing Brady Christiansen is a bigger blow because you want your best guys out there to protect Bryce. That's ultimately how I feel about that.
Well,
Chad,
hold
the
on.
Miami.
Hold on,
Well,
real quick.
let me add to the discussion that Jaycee Horn it probably needs surgery. So we're hoping
He already
that
had surgery.
So he had the surgery?
He heard
That's what Joe Person said.
Joe Person posted it just about 27 minutes ago that he had surgery, and it's not believed to be season ending, but he'll be out for a while.
Yeah.
All right. So I mean, yeah, let me go to CPG. CPG
One's coming back, one isn't. That's the biggest thing.
Say what?
One's coming back, one isn't.
It's time to sign Bradley Roby.
Yep. I mean, but
well,
I'm just
we
talking
also
like
still
in the
somewhat
interim,
have an
like
answer though, considering Corbett is coming back in a few weeks.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they're probably going to slide Corbett to left guard because, what's his face? Thomas Brown said that he doesn't want to move Zavala if he's playing good, and Corbett's played left guard before.
But yeah, but then you're moving Chandler. I mean, then you're moving Austin Corbett to a position that he's never played a lot.
No, he had. Well, he has before though.
But what position did he play when he went to the Super Bowl with the Rams?
Right
guard.
guard.
I think he
Right guard.
came into the. I mean, I don't know, man.
He played with the left side when he played for the Browns.
He's also played center because he was
Yeah,
the Rams
he's
backup
still an
center. He was
upgrade.
the Browns backup center.
He's an upgrade.
Like,
yes,
getting
obviously.
Austin Corbett is still a good thing.
Austin Corbett is good. Is good in the run game and good in the pass walk game.
But also, definitely getting Jaycee Horn back. Like Chad mentioned, all those teams and how they're playoff contenders. I think we forget the most of them are playoff contenders, considering their elite weapons. We have before the bye, we play the Saints with Olave and Michael Thomas, whatever he gets. Then after that is DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Follow that up with Justin Jefferson and the whole Vikings offense. Then we'll follow that up with the Lions and the Dolphins right before the bye. So there's a lot of receivers to be guarding before we get JC back. So
can I say this?
Huge glove.
Can I just add on real quick and I'll pass the mic? I'm going to be very upset if we lose all those games. If we go into those games and we lose a couple of them, and Reich says, "Oh, we're fine with our cornerback room." Like, he can't seriously look at the roster right now and be like, "Yep, I want C.J. Henderson guarding Justin Jefferson."
Well, he's probably the best available.
Well, I mean, let's be real. A while ago, you said Bradley Roby. Bradley Roby's 32 fucking years old. Do you really, truly believe in your heart?
Who said Bradley Roby?
I did because this quarterback.
Yo, Anthony, you're tripping.
Oh my, pickle.
Right now. That's the reason why he's unemployed.
We had to bring that
Hold on.
You got pinned against the wall.
Hold on. No. Fuck that. Bradley Roby's
Watch your blood pressure, Pickle. Calm down.
Better than C.J. Henderson and whoever the fuck we got going on there, bro. I'm sorry. You might as well sign him. Like,
hey,
we had to bring back Josh Norman last year.
Yeah. Let me let CPG jump in. Go ahead, C.
I just want to remind everybody that we started like 1-6 when Cam was a rookie. So.
Well, yeah, that's because the Cam had zero defense. Like, they gave up like 32 points a game.
Yeah, after Cam's first game, I was like, "Hey, we lost the game, but we got a quarterback."
We needed linebacker help at the time, which we got with Kuechly the year after.
And we saying that after Bryce's debut too, Kevin. Don't get it fucked up.
No, y'all better not.
Just whatever happens, just don't give the Bears the top 5 pick.
A lot of the team was under rule for 3 years. I think that you just got to give them a little bit of time to get all that shitty coaching out of their system, honestly.
They definitely do.
Dude, no, let me bring this up because, dude, just on the Jaycee Horn talk, and everyone's been saying this. I just think our players are soft. That's why they let this stuff get to like they need to get that
And
soft,
scared.
that soft
How
shit.
are they soft?
Dude, because why is JC's girlfriend trying to defend him? Like, let that shit go. You make
Because
millions of
she's a woman.
dollars.
Hey, wait.
No.
I don't know if
Oh, Kevin, you better watch out, Kevin. You better, Kevin, you about fucked up.
Attack me online.
Wait.
Who am I
I got a suggestion.
Go ahead.
Y'all talking out one side of your ass and don't know what that smells like.
I don't
No,
know.
I'm not. I'm literally. No, I'm not.
Oh, no, let Chad
That's
talk.
bullshit.
Oh, let Chad
You should
talk.
let the player feel how they
I'm gonna
feel.
start muting people. Go ahead, Chad.
I don't know if I overheard it, but it kind of makes sense. So, Anthony, you said that we're soft, right? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. I totally agree. I totally agree. Why don't we go get a dog? Go get Damon Arnett.
What?
I don't even know who that
Damon
is.
Arnett?
No, let me break it down like this.
Yeah, I'm
It's
like,
a
Man
man
said Damon Arnett. I'm probably the only guy who knows that man's name in here.
Bro, what happened?
Maybe
to
two
wearing,
others.
What happened to wearing black jerseys versus divisional opponents? Why are the Saints wearing all black? Like who's
Damon
making that
Arnett, he was a
decision?
top 10 pick. You know,
Who is
okay.
making that decision?
CJ Henderson is the definition of soft, and he is contagious. I'm convinced.
Nah, he's scared, bro. He's more
And
scared than
Shaq.
soft.
They're both, bro. Shaq Thompson and CJ Henderson are both soft, and it's contagious. Come on, guys.
Hold on. How is he soft if he's always on the fucking field and
Oh my
Jaycee Horn's not
God.
on the fucking field and he's a dog?
There he is.
Y'all don't
There he
mean y'all
is.
sound like a bunch of
He's
bitches,
never
bro.
played before.
G Baby's right. The CJ Henderson's always healthy. You can't say
He's
that about
mentally
Dante
soft.
Jackson. You
Bro.
can't say that about Horn.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Like,
CJ looks like
I
he
don't
gonna
understand
get
how
He's
every
how are we
mentally
even
soft.
having this conversation about Jaycee Horn? That dude is done. He's done.
He said barbecue chicken.
I ain't
That
gonna argue
motherfucker
with you
is
on
done,
that.
Wait,
bro.
let me say this.
Jaycee Horn is fucking done, bro.
For all the people that don't know, G Baby and Greg are in an Anakin versus Obi-Wan battle on Mustafar right now, and that's all they've been doing for the past 2 fucking weeks, dude. It's like going back, fuck you, dude. Bryce is tiny, this and that, bro. Like,
Where the hell is Greg at?
Yeah, tell that motherfucker get up here.
He's
That man still trying to get his lawnmower.
Cody.
I got
Cody,
smoke for
Try to
him.
get Greg in here.
He's
Hey,
not.
man,
He's
I'm
at
a-
the beach, man.
Bro, y'all just, is
Yeah,
it
we
really
know.
at the beach?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know. Yeah, shout out to the homie G Reg. Hey, y'all keep talking
That's a
about
fucking
it. He must
excuse to
saying
be at the
something
beach. You
right,
can't
bro.
call in.
Damn.
Anthony is always at the beach. He's always calling in at the beach. What the fuck you mean?
You don't got kids.
Facts when I'm drunk as fuck too. All right. Anyways, that's not the point of the conversation.
Damn.
If I may say something about this Horn's girlfriend, first and foremost, if you've ever been in a long-term relationship with a woman, you know you don't tell her what to do, and she's going to do what she damn well pleases.
100%
Number two, Thomas Davis, when he's young, his wife used to come on Twitter and Facebook and defend him ruthlessly. She ended up with a show on TV, on a Charlotte TV station, where she routinely defended everything he ever did and all his injuries. So if you disrespect Horn's wife, then you go down there and disrespect TD's wife as well. That's
It's not
TD's wife don't play.
Not only that, Pickle, bro. You want a woman to defend you. If that bitch ain't gonna defend you, why the fuck you with that bitch?
I got it.
Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? I want my bitch to defend my name. I want her to speak up about me. If she's quiet like a little pup,
That's a real one.
bitch.
That's a real
Bro,
woman.
I gotta
right there,
listen.
bro.
I have another story, bro. Y'all aren't even gonna believe me at this point. But Thomas Davis'
Oh, damn.
son played on my 8th grade basketball rec team, bro. Literally, I was on his son. I think his name was Damon, something like
Look
that.
at Cody. Look at Cody.
What? I'm laughing that y'all have all these stories that y'all have never decided to tell until today.
I know Anthony been hiding shit, bro. He got.
What we were talking about.
All right, this is the last one. This is the last one.
What else you got, Anthony? What else have you hidden?
Yeah, right now,
last
let
one.
Anthony hang himself. Go ahead.
Okay,
Ant.
dude, this is the last one I have up my sleeve. I swear to God. I met Steve Smith at a gas station, and his license plate was Agent 89. I asked to take a picture of them, but he said no. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm a big fan of yours. Keep pounding. And now we're the end of the story. That's all I got left. That's all I got left.
I believe that because I've been to the
Anthony,
practice field and Smitty said no a lot.
Maybe he knew how you treated Derek Brown. He was like, man, fuck this little kid. He was like, nah, dog. You ain't getting no autograph from me. But hey, man, listen, if you've been following us for a while, then there's one thing that you know about us, and that's we're a big fan of PrizePicks.com. You already know, man. Play daily fantasy sports, and we're gonna jump into that today. We're gonna use that to break down this matchup against New Orleans, man. Play daily fantasy sports at PrizePicks.com. Use the promo code C3 whenever you sign up, and for all first-time users that deposit and use our C3 promo code, receive a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. That's right. If you deposit 100, PrizePicks will give you 100. If you deposit 50, PrizePicks will give you 50. Man, download PrizePicks today and play daily fantasy sports. Make sure you use the promo code C3 when you sign up. Gentlemen, let's look at some of the projections that they have for the Panthers, man. So for Bryce Young, they have him at more or less than 196.5 passing yards. Now, that boils down to, do you think that Bryce is going to be able to bounce back and that the return of DJ Chark, is that going to mean a lot to our offense? Are we going to be able to open up the playbook a little more? What y'all thinking about that number? I'm taking more.
Let me go first. Over, and I'll tell you why.
Remember, boys, we gotta say more or less.
More.
That's how we do it.
I'll speak for G, baby. Bryce Young bounces back. He doesn't take the fall. He's gonna bounce back, learn from his mistakes. He's gonna have a bounce back game. This is why we drafted him. He's gonna show everyone why he's the first overall pick. Take the over. Yes. We're gonna get the win this Sunday, boys. That's Monday. That's how it's gonna go.
I say 220 yards if he gets.
He gets at least 200, man.
Is Chark for sure playing Monday?
Yeah.
As of right now, that's what they said. They said that you suited up in practice. By the way, time out, y'all. If you do not have a microphone or earbuds, you need to mute yourself while you're hearing, because we're getting crazy background noise. So either put some earbuds or just mute yourself whenever you're not talking. That's all.
Hey, Cody, when it comes to PrizePicks, I would go with the tackles for loss, the 0.5 with like a bunch of guys. It's like the
Considering Derek Brown just abused the highest paid guard in the league.
Oh, yeah. We're about to talk about that, too.
I'm talking to other players, too, like Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah. No, I agree. Derek Brown is at more than 0.5 tackle for loss.
That's easy.
Yeah, that's a great number, dude.
Derek Carr was pressured on 50% of dropbacks in week 1, too.
He just got to hit the running back.
Wow, was he really?
Yeah, Derek Carr was pressured 50-point-something% last week.
Trevor Penning is the. Yep, go ahead. Go ahead, Pickle. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, you're good.
Their offensive and defensive lines are not good for both the Saints. So, yeah, I mean, listen, this is not Panthers related, but I took more on 0.75 sacks for Nick Bosa and Parsons this week. I think they both have good matchups, too. I think those are freebies. But Panthers related, I mean,
look up tackles for loss, Cody, for all players.
Tackles for.
It's the last one.
I will. Let me. And then I want to look at some of the Falcons, and I mean not the Falcons, the Saints.
Get Hutchinson.
Saints.
I would take Hutchinson.
Yeah, Hutchinson
and your boy
Dexter Lawrence
against Arizona. I mean, come on.
Yeah. No, there's some good ones. Garrett. Have y'all put up any? Have y'all made any entries?
I did.
I did too. I sent it to the PrizePicks chat. By the way, if anyone wants to join the PrizePicks chat, just text Cody.
Yep.
I'll just ask, if you're going to the game on Monday, be loud and supportive of the team, because I think that home field advantage might be what pushes us over the edge.
Yep. Absolutely.
Well,
everybody needs to be loud on third down.
Look
So
at Durant.
Tell him, Cody.
All right, so what y'all think about this, man? Chris Olave at 71.5 receiving yards. Now that we have no Jaycee Horn, what y'all thinking about that?
I think
they
the
also
field
have
goals
him
for New Orleans.
They also have him at 24.5 receiving yards in the first 2 receptions.
I think the
I would
field goals.
smash the over. He had a career day last year.
More.
Who's gonna be on him? That's the question.
C.J. Henderson probably, and that's who guarded him last time in Carolina.
Oh
He
yeah.
had like 9 catches for like 149 yards, so I'd assume he would have at least over 170 or 71.
Yeah.
More than 71, should I say.
White chocolate. You said more than 1.5 field goal?
Yeah, because I don't think they have a really good red zone offense, do they?
Not that I know of.
Kamara's gone,
I've had Saints fans tell me they think this is going to be a defensive game, so I would say the field goals are probably a good one.
Yeah.
Jimmy Graham better not get a touchdown. That's all I got to say.
Oh, come on now.
They have Jamal
Jacob, you just
Williams.
put it up in the air. You know that's happening now.
They have Jamal Williams at 52.5 rushing yards. He did not do that great in the first matchup.
The Saints don't have an offensive line. Like, they can't run the ball. So
But the Titans also have apparently the best D line in football or something.
Isn't Kamara suspended?
Yeah, Kamara will not be available.
Jamal Williams is slow and he has no experience.
He's terrible.
Hey, what y'all think about Michael Thomas? They have him at 53.5.
Sadly, I take the over.
Maybe on
more.
Cody, I would check out Geno Smith go under on his passing yards. He's at 262.
Okay. I mean, is there any other numbers that stand out to you with the Saints right here? And we can go back to the Panthers too.
What's Bryce's rushing yards?
I didn't see.
I don't think they had it.
Rushing.
Got over it last week, G.
Yeah.
I mean, got more than it last week, G. So shout out to you for pointing that one out.
Yeah. If it's 13.5 or 14, I would definitely take it, but I'm not seeing it.
No, there's only 2 things. You can pick one.
Matt Rule better stay the fuck away from our team.
Bro.
I just seen a comment that said Matt Rule flying in Monday to give the Panthers an opening home game prep talk.
Yeah, I hope not. Hey, how are we feeling about Miles Sanders, man?
He's gonna cook.
I got him at. I did it early. I got him at more than 50.5, so they bumped him up. But I mean, I'd probably still take it. I mean,
what's he at now?
60.5.
Oh God, dude, stay away from that shit.
You think so?
We'll get more carries.
Yeah, bro. If he was at, I would have taken it at 50, but not at 60, bro.
You don't think he could get 10 more?
I don't know. That's
And yes, by the way, to Morgan Captain Mo, you can absolutely play PrizePicks in North Carolina. Make sure you use that C3 promo code, man. Show us some love. And hey, man, on your first deposit, if you use that C3 promo code, all first-time users that use C3, they get a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. So, hey, just like I said earlier, if you deposit 100, PrizePicks gives you 100. If you deposit 50, PrizePicks gives you 50, man. Just a little bit of bonus for signing up using our promo code. I am going to go out on a limb. Bro, they got the kicking points. Is that kind of high, man? They got 5.5
punts,
kicking points, 5.0 for punts.
What do they have? Justin Tucker at 1.5 field goals made?
I doubt it.
I don't know. I'll look here in a second. Yeah, there's no other numbers that I'm like. There's no other numbers that I'm really loving.
Go to passing yards for Geno Smith. I'm taking the under.
I think
Who
y'all
they
are,
playing?
I think y'all are missing. I think y'all are missing the Rio free square this week, and it's Joe Burrow passing yards, bounce back game at home. He's gonna bounce back. I'd take the more on that.
I still got Baltimore winning that game.
Joe looked like straight dog shit.
Bro,
Yeah,
the
Joe did
Ravens,
not
the
look
Ravens are on their injury bug again
262.
this season.
There's
Marlon Humphrey isn't playing.
Yeah, Marlon Humphrey's not
I
playing.
don't know. Joe Burrow.
Their tight end's playing though.
I feel like right now, even 266, that feels like a little bit much based on him having an 83-yard game.
Who are they playing?
Here's the thing,
Who
though.
are the Bengals playing?
Baltimore. They're playing
And dude,
Baltimore.
he averages like 420. I think he averages like somewhere in the 400s in his career versus Baltimore.
Look at Gino, bro.
You know how
But
division.
his O line is trash.
He's got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins going against that pedestrian secondary. I'd be damned if I don't trust Joe Burrow at home.
I feel like Jordan
I'm
Love
with Anthony on this one.
Bro, Cody, take Geno Smith under.
versus Detroit. The less than,
262.
you mean?
Yeah, less.
Oh boy! Wow. All right then. Yeah, you're right. I do kind of like that.
And
one.
Detroit, you know, I mean, I know Kansas City had drops, but still.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do one more.
I would take Justin Fields less. I think he's going to be seeing ghosts this week.
You took Gino?
No, I'm gonna take another one of those tackles for loss that Kev was talking about.
Hutchinson.
Yeah, you're right about that. You are right about that.
And your boy Dexter Lawrence, you want to take him versus Cardinals?
Mm,
That's the Cardinals now.
yeah.
With Josh Dobbs.
I'm still sick. They only targeted DJ 3 times. Like, Justin Fields ain't going to
Send him back. Send him back.
Justin Fields, man.
That's all
We
right.
need
Don't
to
worry
get it
about
together.
Justin Fields. Next year, next draft,
There you go.
the Bears are going to have 2 first-round picks. They're going to trade up, and they're going to get one of them elite quarterbacks.
All right, man. So look, my entry for my entry for today for the free for all. I got Bryce Young at more than 196.5. I got Derek Brown at more than 0.5 tackle for loss. Blake Group, the Saints kicker, I've got him at more than 1.5 field goals made. Geno Smith, less than 262. Aiden Hutchinson, more than 0.5 tackle for loss. And my man Dexter Lawrence at more than 0.5 tackle for loss. Once again, if y'all would like to support the show, make you some money with PrizePicks, man. Use the promo code C3. Use our link when you sign up. Remember, all first-time users receive a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. If you deposit $100, PrizePicks will give you $100. If you deposit $50, PrizePicks will give you $50, man. Go and do like the rest of C3 Nation and make you some cash playing daily fantasy sports of all different kinds. Football, professional and college, all kinds of stuff, man. All right, we really appreciate
Whose
y'all,
background
man.
is that?
I think it's probably I think it's you, Chad. Chad, you need some earbuds, my brother.
Man, fuck. Hang on.
Yeah, man, come on now. I'm gonna mute you
Mr.
until
Mike.
you find some, bro. All right, people. There was something else I wanted to. Oh yeah, Tarik Cohen. What do y'all make of the signing of Tarik Cohen? Last Tuesday night, Tony pretty much made it sound like he's just going to be a punt returner for the Panthers. But do you see any opportunities for us to actually put him in the backfield and give him some carries?
I really don't.
I don't either. I think he should be on the field, but I just think he's there.
Yeah, I don't see it
Depends
either.
how he looks.
I don't really see it for right now, but if they keep him for this year and he ends up active to the regular roster, I think he could be. I still believe he's the best receiving back we have on this roster. I don't believe Miles Sanders is better than him in the backfield catching the ball.
We talking about
If he's the
Laviska?
best no, I'm talking about Tarik Cohen.
Oh, okay.
I believe he's the best receiving back we have on this field.
They could use him in that situation.
Yep.
I think Hubbard and Miles ran pretty good last week.
Well, they did run. You're right. They did run. As far as running, I would run both of them before I run him. But
I also think Miles was a little rusty because he was injured during what was it, preseason. So that could have been part of it that played into it, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah, he wasn't running as hard as Chuba Hubbard was, though. I will say that.
Yeah, Chuba was out there getting money.
Yeah, man.
I'm happy to say that.
I'm in the minority. I've always been a Chuba guy. I don't know. His hands when he first started, no. But
hey, man, listen. Let me welcome a very Chad. Hang on 1 second. Let me welcome a very special friend of the show. You might hear his voice if you watch the Black Cat Panther podcast. This is a homie right here, man. Kendall the GOAT. GOAT, what up, bro?
What it do? What's
up, Kendall?
Hey, GOAT. How you living,
I
brother?
see y'all, CP. I had a phone call a while ago. I was getting ready to get on. What's the deal? What we talking about, y'all?
Hey, man, right now,
everybody?
right now we're talking about Tarik Cohen, but feel free to give your opinion on everything that went down with Brady Christiansen and Jaycee Horn going on IR, man. Which one do you think? Which one do you think affects this team the most right now? Losing Christensen the whole year, or using Jaycee Horn for the next 4, bro?
JC the most. I hate Brady too. Since Zavala was doing work, now I don't know what y'all figure we're gonna do if we're gonna move him over to left and what's my man K Mays over to right. But both of them, Cody too. I mean, if you just want to be real about it, I mean, the offensive line was just starting to gel from the preseason.
Yeah,
looked a lot better than it did in preseason game 1. I mean, I was satisfied with the run game.
They're keeping him at right guard. They said
they're gonna keep him at right guard, okay, and just move Cade over to left. I mean, I'd flip it if it was me. I mean, I'm just saying, but I don't know because then,
especially because you have Austin Corbett coming back.
That's what I'm saying. Austin Corbett's coming back in about 2 to 3 weeks. Then just slide him on in. K goes back to the rotation man, and then you can keep since Brady's gonna be gone, you can keep Zavala over there, and you don't have to move him again. But I don't know, man. I guess they know better than us, you know. I mean,
maybe that's
they
where
think they do. Yeah,
Cade Mace is better at probably at left guard probably.
No, I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, we just don't. It's hard to say that.
We don't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to say that. We don't have no evidence of that. It's like
he never could beat Brady out. So.
It's hopes and dreams at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, so overall, man, the mistakes killed us in the Atlanta game. I mean, we just played Russian roulette and just shot ourselves in the head, bow every time. I mean, cause we had them bums 0-0 before Miles Sanders goofed the ball up. I mean, and I was telling people, well, maybe that groin was still messing with him, and that's why he coughed the ball up. So because you got to think about it, Chuba was cooking. Why get away from Chuba?
Yeah,
Chuba was cooking, bro. You
know what I mean? I'm telling you,
Miles Sanders
I'm telling you, people are about to start putting some respect on Chuba Hubbard's name, bro. That man gets so much shit. I feel like for no reason. I mean, I get why people didn't like him last year and in years past, but I feel like this man is an angry runner, man. I like what this dude does. He had damn near 7 point something yards per carry. Like, bro, Chuba's been doing his thing out there.
You can see him in some games, Cody, you know, and he was like, damn, where did Chuba come from? That was one of those damn where did Chuba come from games.
Last year versus
Leave
Detroit.
Chuba the fuck alone. Let him cook. You know what I'm saying? But Frank or Thomas or whoever got cute and thought they changed it up.
But I will say Miles Sanders had a great run on that fumble, though. before he fumbled it.
He fumbled only one time last year.
Well, you know why they started playing Miles, don't you?
Because he's the one that's getting paid.
Scott Fitterer called down there and told the coach, he said, "Man, that ain't who we paid. I paid Miles a lot of money to play his ass."
Yeah,
that's true. Cause I'm arguing with Q and the
Chuba
boys
was
the
out
other
there
day. I
getting
said,
money.
yeah, I said, who's the
He
feature
was.
back? Who's the feature back? It's not Chuba, it's Miles. So you had to. I'm thinking Miles went into that game. He wasn't feeling real sporty with that groin. That's why it was feed Chuba for a while, and then we went to Miles, and then he coughed it up.
That him stepping up, honestly, like showing us that we can rely on two backs to run out of the backfield.
Yeah,
really is huge going into this season. So that way we could hopefully have a run game to establish and have an identity behind on offense.
Yeah. And I think it's important. It's an important part of the offense that you have two backs that can really make some damage and make some noise.
Yeah.
But look, people might say I'm being too optimistic or whatever, but I really like the idea of what Tarik Cohen could be for this team, man. I think he could be a good change of pace back. People forget what kind of talent this dude was able to show people when he did play with the Bears last time that he played. So it's like
that was 2 years ago.
I'm hoping
that was 2 years ago, Cody.
I know. Maybe I'm too wishful thinking. I'm just hoping that at some point, we can get this shit figured out and we can get him some carries. I want to see what he has.
I think maybe they
Might as well.
on special teams right now, and then kind of bring him in slowly. I think maybe as a returner or something like that, and then they just implement him in the offense in the backfield or whatever. Or, I mean, I'm still waiting to see this playbook y'all boys were talking about, man. Where the hell
Are we
when
all?
we gonna unwrap this playbook?
It's Thomas Brown.
Thomas Brown has it.
Thomas Brown.
Oh,
has it.
okay. When the fuck he gonna bring it to the stadium?
When fucking Frank Wright allows them to.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. All right, long as it's still somewhere, because I ain't seen it yet, so I thought I missed it.
Hey, let me ask y'all this: do y'all think there's already a controversy? Like, does Thomas Brown need to be the one calling plays? Does Frank Wright need to give
Not
up
after week one.
calling?
I can't really say that.
Yeah, that's what Tony was saying. That it's too early for us to say that there's a controversy in play calling, especially not having DJ Chark. And there's a part of me that agrees with it. Like, we got to let this team warm up a little bit. But, I mean, it's already a discussion that people are having. Like,
Here's
a
the
lot
thing,
of people
though.
want to see Thomas
I mean,
Brown
that shit was
call
vanilla
plays.
last week.
But here's the thing: like, you hire Thomas Brown for what? To take some training lessons? Like, dude, this dude.
Well, I'm sure
Relax.
that's what Thomas Brown thinks.
One.
But you can't look at that entire game last week and say we only lost that game because of the play calling.
Yeah.
You know, and you just can't do
We
it.
did fumble.
So
a
it
lot.
It was the turnovers.
Very rarely does a team have 3 turnovers and win a game.
Okay, let me ask you guys this. Okay, Cody just said because of DJ is DJ Chark that intricate in this offense?
No.
A wide receiver that a team gave up on. Now he's that intricate to us in this offense.
He's really not. The only thing he does is he stretches the field so safeties aren't just going to be playing in the box with the line.
Well, right, but isn't that important to everything that we're
That
trying to
caused
do,
an
though?
interception last time.
They
You
are
might
not.
not
Hold on.
believe in DJ
No, they're
Chark.
not. They're not going to do that because they trust their corners one-on-one with DJ Chark.
But
They're still going to play us the same way.
Their safety crept up because they didn't fear the deep ball. And they got the
Yeah,
interception.
that's what. If I listened on satellite radio, I heard the safety Bates,
Jesse Bates,
and he was on Sirius XM radio the day after the game, or no, it was Tuesday. Excuse me, I'm sorry, it was Tuesday, and he said, and I heard him with my own ears. He said, I watched that on film. He said, I knew when they were playing that they didn't have anybody to stretch that field. When we saw that the only speed guy they had wasn't playing, he said, we knew we could walk in and jump the pass because they didn't have nobody to stretch upfield. Now, my question is this: if a speed guy is that important to your offense, why do you go into the season with one that's already injured?
That's a Scott Fitterer problem.
But Panther.
We did have Demir Bird, who was supposed to be another speedster for us.
Yeah,
he's hurt too.
You lost him earlier enough that you
We're
had
hyping up Demir Bird now.
But that's what we had. He was a speedster. You're not going to deny him.
When in the hell have defenses feared DJ Chalk? When the hell has DJ Chalk's name been?
They played the Lions in man.
When has his name been a feared name around the league? That's what I'm
asking.
Sacho in the chat tells everybody. There you go, Cody, right there.
Sorry,
Robbie answered all your problems.
Oh, Lord.
Answered all your problems.
Sideshow, I'm with
Everybody bow our heads right now.
Hey.
Shout out Sideshow.
I mean,
There's
what's
no
the difference
receivers
between
worth signing
DJ
that Scott
Chark and
could get.
Robbie Anderson?
We're paying him dead money. We might as well get his ass up here.
Yeah, there's really
I
not
told
any
y'all,
difference between the two of them.
and I told y'all he was literally just Robbie Anderson 2.0 with better contested catches, bro. There's no difference. You're just signing.
And he don't argue with coaches on the sideline like Robbie does.
What we need is a spherical route runner.
He's also more on the sideline than Robbie is.
Let me ask y'all this: who would y'all rather have? To everybody in the room and to everybody in the chat room, would you rather DJ Chark or Robbie Anderson?
I'll take Robbie. He'll stay on the field.
Robbie was more available.
Exactly.
Robbie would drop passes.
Hold on, Cody. Cody, you literally just said last Sunday. You guys were talking about how Bates just said he had nobody to fear. Well, if we have Robbie, he probably would have a little someone to fear.
Cody, who would you rather have? Cody, who would you rather have?
I mean, it sucks because when you factor in the injury, yes, Robbie was more available. I do think that DJ Chark is a better wide receiver than Robbie Anderson.
Did Robbie ever miss a game?
Yeah, when he got kicked off the team.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't think he did. I don't think he did, JJ. I don't think he did, JJ. I don't think he did.
If I may say, not that it has any bearing on the conversation, but Robbie Anderson's current dead money this year for the previous year's mistakes
what I'm saying
are $9.7 million.
Might as well get his ass up here.
And we don't get a draft pick.
But you still going to pay him more money than that.
You gonna pay him a veteran minimum though. Like you might as well make that work though.
No, let me ask you this though. We all know how Robbie is. If Scott Fitterer called Robbie up right now and said, "Man, we need you," think Robbie would come?
No.
I don't either. I think Robbie would tell you where to go.
Nobody else would.
Exactly.
Robbie's so full of himself, I don't think he give a damn anymore.
He said, "I'll nut in your girlfriend's eye."
God damn!
He said that when he was getting arrested. He said that to the cop.
Robbie and Chuba Hubbard are too busy having fun with Matt Rule's old lady.
Kev, you nasty as hell, motherfucker.
Hey, that's what he says. That's what he says, not me. I would never.
Damn.
Hey man, let me real quick. Let me welcome my homie Fourth to the C3 Friday Free for All. Fourth, what's up, bro? Yo, Fourth, you there?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yo. What's up, bro? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Cody, you already know what time it is, man.
Yeah, man. How you doing, dude?
Shit, I'm coolin', man.
What's the deal?
Hey, Kendall, what's up, fam? You already know.
I can't call you, dog.
Yeah, man. Hey, to the rest of the panel, man, how y'all boys doing? You know, we in here.
Good,
chilling.
Man.
Hey, but let me go ahead and drop my dime off in there, man. Fuck 2 cents, man. Let me get my dime, man.
Go ahead, bro.
Look here, man. Now, we going to go ahead and chop that Atlanta game up to some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. The Saints, it ain't going to be like Atlanta, man. The boy going to come with a little more firepower. They're going to come with a little more defense. And at the end of the day, yeah, man. And at the end of the day, man, we ain't got time for that bullshit. Now, I hear some people saying, you know, let Frank Wright go ahead and keep calling the plays and this here. But boy, we ain't got time for that shit, man. If Frank Wright don't know how to open that playbook, and don't get me wrong, I know Bryce Young threw 2 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? Make the nigga do some push-ups, man, and he'll, you know what I'm saying, he'll get that shit put together, man. But
I hear you. Hey, also tell your receivers to run the right route too, like Tarik Marshall Jr.
That part too. That part too.
Y'all thought he was the truth.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God, this is terrible. Y'all go.
Come on now.
Now Cody was the one that thought this wide receiver. Bro, I'd be seeing Nico Collins getting more separation than this wide receiver.
Bro, season's not over yet, y'all.
Nico Collins
is not
No,
over
Nico
yet.
Collins.
Bro, y'all some glass half full.
Our receivers got
bro.
more separation than the Eagles did week 1.
Ooh, baby.
So what does that mean? Who's trash? Bryce or the receiving core?
I didn't say either. One was
No,
trash.
Cody, don't do that. Nah, don't do that.
Bryce
Nah.
played
All right,
like
I'm just saying everybody likes to do this either or scenarios, and to
Who
me,
said
it's not necessarily
nobody
one or
said
the
they
other.
were trash, Cody?
46
I said
passing.
Listen,
yards.
I just want to bring something up. Listen, Bryce was not good, but the reality is that he's going to be here for a damn long time. We traded up to get him. He's the future of this organization right now. So we can bitch and complain that he played like trash, but maybe if we got him some decent help, he may have not
Stop deflecting. Hell no. We gonna criticize him because we traded a boatload of picks and stuff to get his ass. And when he plays like shit, we should just say he played like shit.
There
He's
you
gonna
go.
move on from it. He's gonna learn from it. He's gonna get better from it. But it's all a part of the ride, and we gonna call it how it is. Ain't no bullshit. Scoop him up by the butt. Be like, oh yeah, we gonna wipe your ass too. Hell fucking no. Ain't no sugar coat. Hell no. Yo, juice box, kick that shit to the curb, bro. Hell no. You cannot have Doritos right now, bro. We calling it how it is. You better get on that tablet. You better learn from that damn mistake. And you better get right next time. We got a game Monday.
Damn, JJ spitting bars right now.
Check it out.
I did say he played like
Is
trash,
he missing?
though.
Is he missing speed receivers, or is he missing technical precision route running receivers?
That was JJ's version of shut the hell up.
Bro, I know I'm
man.
the biggest critique of these receivers, but there was a few plays that a few extra plays outside of the interceptions that Bryce left on the table, and it's like I'm gonna call him out for that. Like,
but yeah, and that's why I like what you said. Like, we can be honest
as
about
a whole,
player.
everyone on offense outside the offensive line and the 2 running backs played like some booty.
All right, so let me ask you this question.
The receivers.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask this question then. So, did the preseason really matter to get Bryce Young out there and acclimated?
Damn right it did.
Going
Damn
on?
right it did.
Exactly.
I've been saying, I've been saying the whole time.
So when you got motherfuckers that say preseason don't matter, yeah, it matters because you got certain people that need to get their ass out there and get every rep they can.
Fourth, you got a rookie quarterback. Y'all talking shit about these receivers now. You got an offensive line that was missing the Pro Bowl right guard, and then so we trying to plug and play who we gonna use. Preseason mattered to us. That's what I was telling them the whole time. I've been telling everybody that shit the whole time.
Yeah, because we got a new coaching staff.
Playbook, all that bullshit.
We got a new quarterback. We got new every fucking thing.
Work this shit out. Not in Atlanta. Not in Atlanta, y'all. We were supposed to work it out in preseason.
Yep. And this is what we and by the way, this is what we said was the high expectations that Frank Reich was putting on himself. Because if you weren't gonna go out there and try and legit get them prepared to your playbook, then the entire fan base was going to be expecting a much more explosive performance than you were able to put on and put out there. Now, that being said, I feel like I'm mature enough to say, hey, I would rather some hiccups early in the year against Atlanta than later in the year if we're trying to make a push for the division. Because we don't know what this division is right now. Like, I'm going to be real, even after losing to the Falcons, like, the Falcons don't scare me. We had more offensive yards, we had more productions, but it's like what my man Don said earlier. It's like what Don said earlier, man. We cannot have that many turnovers and that many fumbles and expect to win football games. So it's like if we're able to clean up some of that I think that we haven't yet seen the best of this team. And listen, DJ Chark might not be the most proven commodity at wide receiver, but I'll be damned if he isn't very important to this offense. I mean, y'all seem to forget, I think, most of that training camp, DJ Chark has been the number one option for Bryce. That's that downfield attack in the Panthers offense. And, you know, he might not do nothing for you right now, but I'm very interested to see what the offense is capable of when you do have that deep threat wide receiver out there on the field. It should open a lot more stuff underneath for Bryce to be able to attack.
Cody, what was working the tight ends? Where was the misdirection? Where was the play action? What was all that stuff? But did they didn't stick with it though. They didn't stick with the running game. They didn't stick with the play action. They it's like let's do a little bit of this. Okay, we'll work. Let's try to catch them off guard with this. Let's do it just seemed like a shit show, bro. For real.
That's on Frank Reich, and that's why I also said you can't have your rookie quarterback throwing more times than you run the ball. Like there's times where you just got to run the ball to get more like play action opportunities and ease into a drive.
Don't y'all feel like we were running the ball well?
Yeah, and that's why you run it more. And that's
but why did you get away from it though, Cody? That's what I'm saying. Why did you get away from it?
I mean, Chuba Hubbard had like what 7-point-something yards after contact, like. You know, and then Miles had a great run, the one that he fumbled the ball on. So, yeah, that wasn't great. But I felt like they were able to move the ball fairly consistently. And to be honest, that's why losing Brady Christiansen worries me a little bit more than Jaycee Horn, because you might not love our cornerback depth, but at least we know what it's like to play without him. Like, we've had a lot of those games playing without Jaycee Horn. Brady Christiansen has been a consistent member of our O-line.
But I said that, Cody. I said that, and I said, like, I get how you just related, like, what I said earlier. And, like, the thing with that is that without Jaycee Horn, these cornerbacks are trash. And I don't think our offensive line is going to be trash without Brady. I know it's a lot of ifs, but I still think you have 4 other solid offensive linemen on there. I don't think just one guy.
Are they going to play the whole game, though?
Who, the other offensive line?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
God, I hope so.
They better.
God, I hope so.
Y'all check this game and check this now. This is what I've been saying all summer. I said after our starters, there's nothing else. Okay? And then so if you telling me that DJ Chark is this detrimental to this offense, y'all know as soon as he come back, guess what's gonna happen? He's gonna get injured again. History's done proven that. You're not gonna have this dude for the rest of the year after he come back.
We said the same thing about CMC too, though.
So what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen then?
Yeah, full year last
year. CMC just didn't want to play for us.
Exactly.
Hell nah.
No, Sheena said
he want to be a 49er for real.
No, Sheena said that too. Those 2 seasons, like he legit, she thinks, and like I think he just sat out and didn't want to play. Like I thought he got injured, but I thought he could have came back. Like I just think he was like, "Fuck it, what's the point?"
I don't know if y'all talked about this or not, but
go ahead, Forth.
Being that we had that showing at Atlanta, man, and you know, okay, cool, whatever. But we got players that's hurt and injured right now. What y'all feel about the Saints, though? Y'all really think we gonna have a shot fucking with them?
If we stick to running the football on them, we got a good shot.
I'm going to that game. I
think we do because David Carr doesn't move. He's like a statue in a pocket.
Facts,
and their offensive line was atrocious. And you're telling me that Derek Brown can't toss the best guard in the league out of his way like a rag doll? And what he going to do to their pathetic offensive line? What about turnstile? What about Penning, their turnstile tackle? Y'all really think that son of a bitch? He can't stop anybody at the Titans. I mean,
that man's on skates when he plays.
And I mean, Darren Burns is going to eat his ass up.
We talked to some Saints content creators last night, and that's one thing they was worried about Penning. They was worried about Penning.
If I'm the Panthers, hey Vero, I'm gonna put for the first quarter. I'm putting Burns on Penning. then I'm going to put Burns on the other side. Why? Because Burns will eat the other side, and whoever, Justin, Houston, whoever we got, if you can't beat Penny, your ass to be cut tomorrow. Because you know Justin Houston.
He gave up 3 sacks.
Justin Houston told them this week, he says, y'all only use me half the time. Y'all need to use me full time.
Well, who fault was that? They didn't rotate nobody.
No, but I mean, because I watched y'all 22 film, and to speak on Bryce, there's times that running back be behind Bryce, he'd hand the ball this way, running back be over here. That's called that's called coaching neglect, because Bryce Young should have played more in preseason with the rest of the offense, and the coaches should have played actual plays they plan to use in preseason.
Hey,
All
real
right,
quick.
let me
Hold on, time out. So real quick, look at number 70 right here at left tackle. Imagine when this is Brian Burns. Like, come on now.
Oh my God.
He looked like Brian Burns, missing like
Trevor Penning.
JJ, I thought the same shit.
You know who Trevor
let me
Penning?
tell
You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of
He looks
Cam
like
Newton.
Michael Jordan.
Can I just ask this real quick to the panel?
Yeah.
All right. So if this play calling like is kind of vanilla again, like are we gonna sit here? Are we still gonna defend Frank Reich or like? Because I just feel like this is kind of on him for getting out to such a slow start in the season and not preparing well enough. Like I just think we have so much more potential. Like when Thomas Brown is like in the game calling plays.
Can I comment?
Bro, we can't even execute a fucking screenplay. Like we
Yeah, hey, let me let Deez get in. Go ahead, Deez.
Yeah, we can't even execute a screenplay, guys. A lot of this is on the players. If you go back and watch some of the replay of the game, you can see us getting out on screenplays, missing blocks, missing our men. Chuba Hubbard coming on the wrong side of Bryce. We're blaming every bit of this shit on Frank Reich. TMJ stopping on a go ball. I guess that's Frank Reich's fault too. You want him to uncork a rookie quarterback in his first game in the NFL? Calm down, guys. I'm telling you, a lot of this has to do with our players being rusty, our players not being ready. It goes back to what Pickle said. They didn't get enough time in the preseason to get their playing down. Like you could tell it. At least for TMJ, he was hurt the whole time. They rested Chuba. They rested Miles Sanders. Ricci played with the third stringers, and he can't hit a block. And with the first stringers out on the field, a lot of it's execution, man. He was trying to call, I think, some basic plays that our players can fucking execute. But the fact of the matter was they weren't ready to do it. So I don't feel like all of it falls on Frank Reich. And if you want to say some play calling was bland, that's totally fine. I get that. I hate the pistol formation on a 4th and 1. We need to be under center. I don't know that Bryce ever took a snap in that game under center, but if we're going to run on the 4th and short,
I think
then we need to be under center because it's got to be quicker. Yeah, was that what it was? Just 3 times?
Tell him, Deez. Tell him.
Okay.
Out here spitting facts.
Let me say this though, man.
Straight facts.
Frank Reich know how to get to the Super Bowl, right?
No, he was the offense. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. That was Doug Peterson.
That was 6 years ago too. Like the game has evolved. It's not
but I can say the same thing about Thomas Brown now.
That was before Patrick Mahomes existed. Come on, guys.
Thomas Brown has been on a learning from a Rams offense. They've been running the same thing for 3 years now. Like
right, but I'm saying if you're not
was before
like
Patrick
Thomas
Mahomes, Lamar
like
Jackson,
Thomas
Josh
Brown
Allen.
was never the offensive coordinator with the Rams. And if you want to say, oh well, it wasn't Frank Reich that won that Super Bowl. All right, you can say that it was Peterson or whatever, but he was the offensive coordinator. So you can't do it to one and then not do the same thing.
The Eagles have had a full successful rebuild since then. Like it's been a big gap since then.
My point is,
okay, but see, Cody, you'll have something like this right here. Wiley on our show will tell us that Ejiro Evero takes his front line, his big guys, his hog mollies, if you will, and he rotates them. That's his claim to fame. Okay, so we asked the question. Why did Marquise McCall get he said he wasn't the right body type because he rotates those guys. He rotates them. Where the hell was the rotation in Atlanta?
It was there. It was there, my friend. It was there, my friend.
It
was there.
Where do we rotate? Where do we rotate like that?
You mean the D line rotation?
The D-line rotation.
I've watched that all 22 5 times. I've watched it with some of these boys. I've watched it with Cody. I've watched that son of a bitch 5 times. I'm telling you, there were rotations out there. It wasn't as early in the first half as it was in the second, but in the first half, the starters failed. That's just fact. I mean, Burns was
like I said, go back and watch it again. And like I keep telling y'all, the 5 minute to 3 minute mark, somewhere in there, in the third and all of the fourth, you see how them guys get gas. That's not a rotation right there because those guys got gas. Frankie Louisville got trucked. Brian Burns got trucked one time. Shaq Thompson got trucked. They was gas, bro, because the offense didn't give a shit. And we've been the same thing the last 3 years.
And
that's where we end up losing at.
Well, hang on. My man Evan's been waiting in the background. I want to get him in. C3 Evan Sports Talk. Evan, what's up, dude?
What up, y'all? Ready for another good weekend of football?
Yes, sir.
Especially for that Jags and Chiefs game. Chiefs going down, baby. But also for the Panthers game, hoping we can get a win this week, get our first one of the year. But yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, I'm hoping the same thing. By the way, we had some Saints fans in the chat room. TD504 and Byron Parker. Hey, man, listen, we're full, but if y'all want to join in, I'll make some space for y'all. If y'all want to be a part of this discussion, the link is in the chat room. I have it pinned to the top. If anybody would like to come in and
pull up.
And make the case for your Saints. Hey, we'll be friendly. We don't bite. We want a good full rounded discussion about what's going on. You know, tell us what you think about this team right now. Y'all were able to pull away and get a W, but a lot of people are like, they're not really believing in the Saints team too much. Like maybe some Saints fans are, but let me ask y'all this. What is the most important matchup going into this matchup, Monday Night Football against New Orleans? By the way, your boy is going to be there. If you see me, say hello.
No doubt.
But yeah,
I see you, Cody.
Yeah, we got to meet up, bro. We got to meet up. Hit me up for sure.
Our D-line on their offensive line is the biggest matchup in my opinion.
All right, D-line on their O-line.
I mean, I think it's our linebackers.
Linebackers.
That's a good answer.
I agree with what JJ said. D-line versus their offensive line.
To see if our receivers can produce this game. Our receivers against their secondary. We got to see if they can get some separation. If DJ Chark comes back, see if he can get that separation that we brought him in here for. See if Jonathan Mingo can take a leap this week.
Yeah, you got to
get him, Sideshow. Get him.
I'm going to shout out Lantavian Bell. We paid you a lot of money. And in that Falcon game, you look no damn better than the motherfucker that was the safety last year.
Wait, so about Von Bell?
Oh, you
Did he call him
Latavius Bell?
Are you hanging?
That's what I thought I heard.
I've never trash like you produced in that Falcon game.
That means he did enough to get his goddamn name right. That's all that means.
He ain't lying.
Him and his mama can kiss my hairy white ass. How the hell
Oh gosh.
No, but
there's that southern laugh, Jacob.
But what I'm saying is this, right? Like our defense, I felt in that first half, our defense looked pretty damn good, if I'm being honest, man.
Look dominant.
In my opinion, this defense wasn't some major problem until later on in the game, and they were on the field all the time.
But Cody, turnovers.
Hold on, Cody. Cody, you know who else was in that first half? Jaycee Horn. He was out there. Jaycee Horn was out there in the first half, man, and that's going to be critical.
I hear you.
Can I also add something? The Falcons did something that us Panther fans aren't used to seeing, okay? And that's just a fact of it. We haven't used to seeing that. The Falcons actually adapted.
Adjusted.
They saw Burns destroying their offensive line, so they adjusted. They adapted. They figured something out. The different blocking schemes.
What's
They-
up, Brian
they- and that's
Burns?
what they
adjustments.
adapted
You talking about Brian Burns, Pickle?
for everybody.
He's talking about how Arthur
I'm gonna tell
Smith
you
made
what they did.
halftime
I'm gonna tell you what they
adjustments
did to
to our
Brian Burns.
defense.
He ain't make no. He ain't make no fucking halftime adjustment. They stopped throwing the motherfucker. That's what they did.
That's
and
all
they,
it
and
was.
they, and they
Like,
went to the
that's
run.
all
That's
it
all they
was.
did.
That's
That they
literally
double teamed them. That they double
Desmond
teamed him and Derek Brown. They,
Desmond Ritter ain't shit. It was non-effective. They stopped motherfucking and they started running. And they started throwing motherfucking screens and shit like that, dumping it out to the running back. That's all they did.
Y'all,
Yeah.
I want to see more play action from us this week, and my matchup for the game is whoever the hell is going to be guarded by Marshawn Lattimore.
Hey, yo, you want to know the biggest
He did
problem?
touchdown on
The
him.
biggest problem this coaching staff's done. They've went to the 3-4. If they'd have stayed in a 4-3, they'd have stopped that run back.
Somebody said
I don't know about that, Pickle.
yesterday.
I don't know about
But
that.
somebody said before.
I do.
We've never had just to somebody come in and say, "Oh, switch to a 3-4 base," and we've been 4-3. The whole time. Like you don't have the personnel to do it that quickly.
We didn't have the personnel during the rule era to do a
let's
4-3
be honest.
or a 3-4. It was
Let's be honest.
It was literally
We couldn't stop the run even in a
3-3-5.
4-3. We couldn't stop the run in a 4-3.
Yeah,
We wasn't stopping the run regardless.
That was true.
Like now
Exactly,
we're
and that's my
maximizing
point.
Derek Brown. Now we're maximizing Brian Burns. Now we're maximizing the ball hawks in the secondary. Like we wasn't stopping no damn run game regardless. Like
Yeah, my
who we
point is
kidding?
that this
Who-
team,
who we
this
kidding?
defense has been built like a 3-3-5. That bullshit college scheme, Matt Rule.
That's true.
That's the reason. That's the
You're
reason.
playing that on
the
Phil
only-
Snow ass.
Yeah, that's the
Yep.
reason that there's
Yep.
only a couple players on this defense that show up every week because all
That's
the
true.
other ones aren't playing their true position. They just have to choose now. Okay, they chose to go 3-4 because they sure as hell were not doing that 3-3-5 shit. That was the worst defense I've ever seen. Like you can't be running that. So they had to choose 3-3-4. The reality is they'll have to draft, hopefully hit on some players that fit that scheme at this point in time.
Okay, see, this is my
The
next
reality
question.
is it's going to take 2 years to rebuild this team like it should be built.
I really
Yeah,
think
that's
so,
true.
man.
That's true. That's true. And then the problem is,
I figure 3-4, Pickle. 3-4.
You might be right.
It could be longer too.
Wait, hold on. Let me go to fourth. Go ahead, fourth.
Okay, yeah, because see, my thing is, our last couple of drafts, we only got a couple of people out of the drafts that really showed up and did something at this point. So on that end, I think that's Scott Fitterer fault, man, for the last couple of drafts, man.
That's why I'd have fired his ass with Matt Rule. That's me.
Yeah, man, because I mean,
with Matt Rule.
It's more than him, but for sure he's a big problem.
yeah, because even the scouting team too, I understand. So I'm gonna just say this, man. I'm gonna just say this, man. We better not lose this motherfucking game to the Saints.
Yeah.
Point blank, period.
We need it.
We can't lose, man, because that's 2 fucking L's, man, in the division. How the fuck we supposed to even go to the
It's a
playoffs?
home game too. It's a home game too.
y'all, this is why I don't know, man.
Ain't y'all frustrated? Look at y'all, I can hear the frustration on y'all, man.
I know a lot of y'all don't like playing division rivals, but that's the schedule that you're given, man. Like you got to win the games that they put on your schedule. But I'm gonna be real, and I'm gonna segue to this. And by the way, then I got some people in the background. I'm gonna have to start flipping some people in and out. But I wanted to bring this up. Chris Lindstrom is the highest paid guard in the NFL, and our man Derek Brown had a 16 point. Or no, Lindstrom had a 16.7 pass blocking grade against Derek Brown. AKA he got that ass whooped. Okay. Derek Brown was given that grown man strength down there in the trenches. I really do think him and Brian Burns continuing to be that combo, that's going to be our bread and butter in the passing game, man. We have to continue to get pressure. get into the backfield. And I'm hoping that Brown takes that next step this year, man.
He already is.
That
man.
next step, he already took that step. Y'all know he like. Y'all already know he like that.
I want more.
You already know he like that.
No.
already know he like that.
No. He just got one sack in his first game. Like, chill, bro. He's on.
But see, you don't worry. But this is the thing. A D lineman like Derek Brown, he's a space eater. You don't worry about his sacks. Long as he's disruptive and pushes that pocket where that quarterback cannot step up, he is doing his job. You already know he like that. He's been like that.
The real problem is the 34-year-old they decided to sign didn't fucking show up at all. That's the problem. The guy that was supposed to, the guy that got 9.5 sacks last year. He didn't show
Justin
up
Houston.
He didn't show up. So that's not. You can't just be like, oh yeah, Derek Brown. I want. You're gonna.
Y'all watch some of them plays, man. He was abusing that man.
But we have more reason to say that Derek Brown is a bigger factor than Justin Houston.
He is, but he's also a space heater. Like what's his face just?
He also got double teams.
And the fact that he got a sack and he's getting pressures, dude. This dude is improving, man. He only had one sack last year. Just give him some time. He'll probably.
He's been doing that. It ain't improving. He been doing that. That's what he was doing. Rule them didn't know how to use them. They told him to lose weight and try to be a penetrator. He wasn't doing that in Auburn.
And to be honest with you, he wasn't known for sacks in college either, though. Y'all got to remember that.
Go ahead, Evan. If you want to jump in, bro.
I'm going to drop out, fellas. I'll probably pull back up, man, but I'm going to give somebody else a little bit of space, man. Hey, but I love y'all, man. Much love, man. Showing up.
No doubt, appreciate you, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Take it easy, brother.
Gotcha.
Peace and love, Fourth. All right, I'm gonna get my man. I'm gonna get my bro Kyle from Charlotte Sports One. Check him out for Panther and Hornets content. Kyle, what's up, bro?
Hey, Cody, how we doing, buddy? Guys, how we doing?
Man. Doing great. How you feeling?
Yes, sir. I just got done working about 30 minutes ago, so I'm ready to join the show. Hell yeah.
All right. So, hey, man, we were talking about Derek Brown, but just in general, what matchup are you looking forward to this Monday night when the Panthers take on the Saints on Monday Night Football?
I'm looking for the running game against our defense, because until they prove that they can stop the run, I'm not going to be super hype about it. Because until we can prove we can stop the run, teams know an absolute easy way to beat us. So we need to fix that like right now.
Facts.
Yeah.
Basically what I was going to say is the NFLPA actually put in something about making all teams put in turf or getting rid of turf and putting grass as their field now.
That would be
which is a good movement.
They need to do it.
The NFLPA executive director Lloyd Howell put the statement in.
It's funny how all these rules get changed with quarterbacks getting hurt.
All took with Aaron Rodgers, right?
Remember,
it's a good thing though. Not just QBs are getting hurt from it.
But it's also not a rule change yet.
No, it's not. It's not a rule change. It's just what they recommended. But in reality, you have to ask this, because it's always been that way. What are the players giving up? Because when they all go back to the drawing board and they all go back to the players want this and the owners want this, the players got to give something up to get something. So what the players going to do? Play another regular season game?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Because the players has got to give something up to get something. And all these owners, and let's be real, the owners replace it for soccer teams, but they won't replace it for their own teams. So it's just bullshit. And the owners ain't going to do it unless they get some profit off of it.
But yet they get more.
Yeah, don't make ticket prices go up. Don't make the fans pay for it.
You're right. Money, So
you can't tell me that the Jets wouldn't make more money by having Aaron Rodgers through the course of this season than what the grass field would have cost making the playoffs and everything and selling all those tickets. There's just no way. And at what point they said something about taking it? The NFL could do it through the shared revenue and then cover that cost, but then the owners would have to vote on that. But if they did it that way, then the owners really wouldn't feel it that much. It'd just be part of the shared revenue, And I think part of it is a lot of these owners have already bought equipment to clear the paint from the field and convert it over to soccer or whatever it may be for that particular stadium. I think that's got a lot to do with it too. It's not just the cost of the grass itself; it's the equipment and the upkeep as well that's kind of holding it back. But I think the league needs to step in and do something about it because the league really lost something this year in Aaron Rodgers. Like, it really ruined one of the big storylines for the entire season for the NFL.
Them Jets fans is sorry.
Yeah, if you look at the stadium that happened in, the Giants played on it 1 week. One day, the very next day, the Jets played on it. In the old-fashioned grass stadiums, it would be demolished by the second game because the old grass stadiums were like that. Because they used to play college football, very next day it'd be pro football, and if it didn't rain, it'd still be a bloodbath out there.
Yeah, it'd be loose as hell too.
As a fan, I loved that shit. I thought that was cool as hell, but players didn't much like it because to them it said it caused more injuries that way. So, but the idea to put this, I would much rather have natural grass. But when you have other NFL quarterbacks like Joe Burrow telling Roger Goodell he likes turf because he can run faster that way.
Yeah. I mean, there are some
He
players.
don't run no damn way. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell him to slide the wrong way.
It seems like whenever you hear players speak up about this issue, it's always saying that the turf is dangerous and that it leads to more injuries, than otherwise. And by the way, soccer country, or a lot of soccer teams from across the pond and in different countries, they all refuse to play on turf. So take that for what you want. I don't necessarily know. I'm just saying it's
And reality, in my opinion, is, and we may not like it, but to me, it's reality. If the players want this bad enough, just refuse to play.
Yeah. Well, see,
they ain't gonna do that. They're not gonna do that.
You just said that, Cody.
Yeah.
Over there in Europe, they play the soccer game. They have the rock concerts and everything else in them same stadiums. If they can do it, why can't we do it?
Right.
That's all it is. It's about revenue of having
money.
dual. Well, no. What I'm saying though, Pickle, it's like having a dual thing for that stadium. Like they want to do concerts in the stadium. They want to have the soccer games in the stadium. They want to play football in the stadium. They want to have more usage for the stadium. But they do it other places. These big stadiums, they have these big rock concerts. The next day they go play soccer, or the next day they go do whatever. They play a college game. So
because y'all know David Tepper brought music to Charlotte. You know that.
Oh yeah.
Man, I say that shit all the
without
time.
David Tepper.
I love saying that shit. That's so funny.
Yeah, sideshow. They used to play on a baseball stadium actually.
Yep.
I do wonder though.
Used to play on a baseball stadium. Sure did.
I wonder, like, when this whole Rock Hill practice facility, whatever was going on, I wonder if that was kind of like the step in that direction that David Tepper was taking. Like, okay, so I'm going to put all my eggs in this basket, and then I can make this field grass or whatever, or this field turf, and then I can put the soccer stadium. Like, I think he might move the soccer stadium or build a soccer stadium, you know what I mean? That way he can keep the turf there and then be able to put the grass in the bank, but it probably won't be the bank.
If I may add, I think Tepper wants a whole new stadium.
Yeah,
I think he wants a new stadium, and that way he can have
with two fields.
One place
if you're an owner in the NFL, you want a brand new stadium.
You want a dome. Cody. We want a brand new stadium.
Folks in Charlotte are going to help pay for it. I'm sorry.
My bad.
Oh, that's what he's gonna want.
Hey, hang on. Let me introduce. Hold on, y'all. Let me introduce my man Chuck to the C3 Friday Free for All. Chuck, appreciate having you, man. Jump in on the convo, bro.
What's up, Chuck?
Man, how's it going?
Happy Friday.
Good. How we doing, Chuck?
Good. Two things I want to address, like the owner thing. Like compared to back in 1995, the stadium was like a state-of-the-art stadium, but so many people have gotten new stadiums. It makes ours look so old in the sense
small.
where, yes. And that's why you want, it's just basically want a new stadium. And I think it is time for a new stadium. But, and one question I want to ask Cody, what more do you want to see from Tarik Brown? Let's be like, what more do you want to see? Because, I mean, the only step that I think that you go higher would be the top 3 defensive tackle in the league.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
Let
I
him
want to
keep
see
playing the way
I
he
want to
played
see
week 1.
those types of performances all the time. And I'm not saying that's not an accusation either. But like when we talk about, for example, paying Brian Burns, you have these people that were like, oh, well, he's only went over 12 sacks 1 year in a row, right? Well, Tarik Brown was a premier defensive tackle last year. And I just want this year to be that same type of performance and then some. I want him to continue to build on that performance. And even though his primary role in this defense is not to get sacks, I do want opposing quarterbacks to fear him, that they know that they're going to have to be nimble or else Tarik Brown is going to be bearing down on him. I want that consistent, dominant defensive line play. I want to be able to compare him to a Fletcher Cox. How about that? I don't think that's too much to ask. And if we're going to be paying him,
but okay.
But that's what I'm saying though. What other player would you want him to be like? Because we're talking about this with Brian Burns. A lot of people don't want to pay Brian Burns $30 some odd a year because they feel that he's not a premier rusher deserving of that money. Now I disagree with that. I disagree with that. But my mindset would be a little bit similar when it comes to paying Tarik Brown. That's why I want him to be undeniable this year. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not even saying that he hasn't been, Chuck. I'm just saying I want that consistency. That's all.
But
I agree with Cody.
His skill set is not Fletcher Cox. His skill set is Tarik Brown. That's why the Eagles went out and got Jalen Carter. That's why the Eagles went out and got Jordan Davis. You see what I'm saying? You got to have that speed to power. He's the big cog that demands double teams. We should have got a penetrating guy that gets sacks to come up there and help him and play beside him. Brian Burns is that guy that has a bend like no other, and that quickness and speed and power. He is that race car. Why didn't you go get this big power juggernaut? You know what I'm saying? To go on the other side. You got to have a symphony when you're talking about a defensive line. Trombones, harps, whatever. You see what I'm saying? The string section, the percussion section. You got to have it all. Because you only got one type of unicorn like a Fletcher Cox that can do this, or what that other do, Aaron Donald. They don't come along every day. You see what I'm saying? So
all right, so go. Let me ask you this. What player would you say is a reasonable comparison to make to Tarik Brown that you would say would justify him getting paid top 5 defensive tackle money?
Dexter Lawrence.
Or you said
can he have one of those breakout years?
What's that? What the nail Hunter?
Danielle Hunter.
And what's the name? No, he's a D tackle, ain't he?
No, Danielle Hunter's an outside linebacker.
Yeah, he's a linebacker.
Yeah, Hunter's an edge. All right.
Hey man, hey look, before we go any further, man. Look, there's 120 people watching. I want to give a little bit of a thank you to the Friday Free for All Nation by giving y'all a little bit of a sneak peek into something that C3 has been building. Everybody knows that we have been hard at work producing new contents, and different things to spice up the channel. When we were in Spartanburg, me, the professor, the Bat Daddy, and the voice that makes them moist, okay, we were able to come together to film a brand new intro for the C3 post-game show, and I would like to premiere it for all of you right.
Yeah, I'm ready. Oh man, here we go.
Hey, that is
Did you
dope, bro.
did you turn orange?
No, I didn't turn orange, man. My fire breath was orange.
You
That's
look like
what
you turned Clemson
bro.
orange.
Yeah,
Hey,
it looked like he turned. Looked like he
Hey,
turned Tennessee
hey,
orange.
Hey, that is fire. You know what it looks like? It looks like that scene in Grown Ups when they're about to play basketball with all those old heads, and y'all are just giving each other those intros, like about to run on the court. That is dope,
Yeah,
man. That's awesome.
Hey, man, shout out to my man CK for that brand new post-game intro. Man, it was fun to make. We had a great time down there in Spartanburg, man. And yeah, man, we're going to continue to put out this new content for y'all. So hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Consider joining for $1.99 a month. Hey, man, I'm telling you, we have the film reviews coming. We have the Madden post-game show coming. Bro, C3 is the place you want to be this season, baby. Let's go. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. That's it, man. That's all we ask. All we ask.
Yeah, it's shameful, folks. We got 78 likes and 117 watching. What's wrong? Dude, it's free. If you're on your Android, exit out of the chat, hit the like button, and pull it back up. It ain't freaking hard.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. All right, what else do we have to talk about? What's on the agenda for the night?
T. Higgins.
Man? Oh
T.
yeah,
Higgins.
perfect. So there were two players.
Fuck out of here, Pickle.
There were two players that have been talked about in a potential trade. Now I'm a little bit partial because I'm a Clemson fan, you know, but a lot of people have been saying that if the Cincinnati Bengals are not going to pay my man T. Higgins, then the Panthers need to be on the phone to trade for this man. I've also heard people mention Hunter Renfrow out there with the Raiders.
Oh, that's sharp right there.
As another target for Bryce. But what do y'all say, man? Would y'all be willing to give up any more draft capital to go get my man T. Higgins?
Hell yeah.
Yes,
oh,
yeah.
Hell yeah. And I'll tell you why right now, because I'd rather take a proven young wide receiver that has wide receiver one potential over third and second round picks.
Only if you can guarantee me you resign him.
Yep.
Exactly.
I'm giving him a contract extension. Yep. Off the rip.
Yeah,
Well,
you
hold
gotta
on.
have the
Isn't that-
contract ready.
Isn't that the point,
I
though?
do
Are
want to
you-
say one. I
Yeah.
do want to say one thing about T. Higgins real quick. When he was the wide receiver one, when Jamar Chase was out, in those 4 games he put up production. When given a 17-game sample size, it would be 110 catches, 1,500 yards, and 8 touchdowns. All right, this man's the real deal when he's wide receiver one. Just
Yeah,
want
I
to put
also
that
think.
out
I also
Let me
think.
ask y'all one question. How does that work with that contract? Like next year he's unrestricted, right?
Right.
Yes.
So if we was to trade to get him, it'd just be a 1 year rental.
Yes.
Yeah, we would have to pay.
We would get him for this year.
Right.
No, but here's the thing. If we trade for him just for a 1 year, then that's just malpractice. Like, there's no way you trade for him with the mindset that this guy is the long-term wide
We're gonna
receiver
sign
one for
him.
Bryce Young.
So I'm giving him a contract.
Yeah, I'm paying him right.
We're doing what the Dolphins did with Bradley Chubb and the Eagles did with AJ Brown. Like, they had a contract immediately for them.
That's probably why we haven't signed Brian Burns to like that big deal. Saving
I
for
mean,
T.
does
Higgins,
it work like, okay, let's say, okay, you do the trade or whatever. Okay, so if this guy said, man, I don't want to play in Carolina, but he had to take the trade, he had to get traded, right? So he can just say, well, no, I'm not accepting any contract or whatever, play the year out, and now go on the market.
Well,
If
we
that
would
could
work
happen, right?
something out with his agent beforehand, before making a move.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure he wants to play for my team before I trade for him.
Most of the time, that's what
You
happens.
would do that before,
Yeah, he's from the Carolinas.
Even if it's like not from our front office, like someone on like they'll have someone on the team reach out and just try and get a word in advance. Like, that's what happened with AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts.
Well,
yeah, but I got a question for y'all. Wait, hold up. I got a question for y'all. If we're not going to pay Brian Burns, And by the way, if you think that Burns is worth it or not, that's not even the discussion I'm trying to have. But if this organization is not going to open up the books for Brian Burns, what's to make me think that they're going to do it for T. Higgins?
That's probably why they haven't. They don't want to pay Brian Burns all that money.
I don't think that. But here's the thing: like, I don't get the whole sentiment of not wanting to play your best players, anyways, because it's like that's the only way
We'll
you
pay
get
them
players
both.
but that's the only way you get players to play in a small market. Okay, that's the only reason Gordon Hayward went to the Charlotte Hornets, because he got overpaid to go there. Like, that's how it happens in a small market. You don't. There is no luxury of taking pay cuts because you're playing with Tom Brady or you're doing this and that. Like, that's not the reality of the situation. Like, you have to pay these players to stay. That's just on the front office. Like, maybe this T. Higgins dream won't be right now because we still have Scott Fitter in office.
I'd rather trade and pay for him right now.
An underrated move
That's the
the
only way you're gonna
Bengals
build this
made.
team.
The year the Bengals went to the Super Bowl, an underrated move they made was signing Trey Hendrickson to solidify an actual pass rusher on their defense, and they gave him a bag, and that he was huge for them, elevating to a playoff team and even getting to the Super Bowl. Like, some people would say it's an overpay, but by no means is it anymore.
Wouldn't you rather trade and pay him right now than wait for the offseason and let him be a free agent and then have to get in that free agent bid shit?
Here's the
against
thing,
other players and stuff?
Let's be honest. We paid DJ Moore $20 million.
He's not coming here in free agency.
Yeah,
No.
we paid DJ Moore $20 million. So like, if they're like have a cap with a certain amount they want to pay players, then at that point you probably got to look to trade Burns, man. Because if you're not going to pay him, we can't let him walk for nothing. That's just that's malpractice.
Hey, I want real quick. My man's been waiting. Michael Wydrick. I wanted to get your opinion. Would you want to trade for T. Higgins to add him to this Panthers offense?
I would say yes. I would do it if I can beat, dude. Like, honestly, because say if DJ Chark was go down again, not that I'm wishing upon it or anything, but if he does go down, we're going to need that extra for help to help us with the fucking deep threats that we have on this offense to take off pressure off of Bryce Young when he's passing the ball to players that aren't able to catch the ball.
Right. No, I agree, man. I think the more weapons for your young quarterback, the better. Hey, listen, if I'm the GM, it's a simple move. I would have tried to sign DeAndre Hopkins, and I know he's older, but
Hopkins
I
will not come here.
I would have done whatever I could to entice a higher tier of wide receiver to come to Carolina. I mean, that's something I wanted to do for a while. Let me welcome my man TJ to the Friday Free for All. TJ, what's up, bro? Yo, TJ, you there? TJ. All right,
snap! I turned my mic. I turned my mic off instead of on. What's up, Cody? What's up, everybody?
You're good. What's up, brother?
How we doing, buddy?
I went reverse to what usually happens.
No, you're good. So let me ask you. And by the way, we're talking about T. Higgins, but I'm gonna open this up more general too, because two names that I've heard is T. Higgins and Hunter Renfrow. Now remember, y'all, I'm a Clemson fan. And Hunter Renfrow might be one of the most slept-on wide receivers in the NFL, and when he was in college football too. So
doesn't he do the same thing Adam Thielen does, though?
Yeah, but a lot better.
Nah, he's better.
A lot younger.
But they do the same thing.
Yeah, but he's better and younger.
You already paid Adam Thielen like a good bit of money, though.
No, all right, I hear you. That's a point to be made. So, TJ, do any of these names do anything for you? And would you be willing to give up draft capital to go and get one of these wide receivers?
Yeah, so I hadn't really been listening to the show up until just before I joined, and I go ahead and tell you right now unequivocally that T. Higgins, yes, Renfrow, no. T. Higgins, yes, I would be willing to give up something for. It just how much at this point, it's hard to say just because we're one game in, But if DJ Chark can't come back, if Terrace Marshall's, if we've seen the best of him, I mean, give what you can give now because we need somebody. If that's the case, we need somebody. And to be honest with you, at this point, it sucks. As I said on the post game show, I called in and I was talking, or I think I just commented, whatever. It sucks that JC and we got Deontay. Like now, both of those guys are proven to be injury prone. So guess what? Once again, we're probably going to get nothing for them. Threw away more trade value. That's what we do. But it just sucks that there's nothing else we really have that I'd really be willing to trade for them other than a draft pick at this point. Except maybe, I'm not even going to say it. I can't say it after game one. But, I would be willing to give up future draft capital for T. Higgins. Hunter Renfrow, no, because we don't need any more gambles at this point. We need someone that can come in and actually help Bryce out.
Can I pose this question real quick to the panel because it kind of goes along with what TJ is just saying? Okay, so are you more confident in us making, second and third, fourth round picks as opposed to T. Higgins? Because if I'm me at this point, I don't know that I have as much trust that these later round picks are going to turn out to be anything. Good and point. I would rather trade them for T. Higgins, who's a young, up-and-coming receiver who is on a team with a top three
proven talent,
a proven talent who's only going to be better with a
How much do you think you're going to get for him?
He's going to get like an AJ Brown like contract, probably.
Let me ask y'all this, right? So shout out
It's going to cost more than a second.
Hey, so look, shout out to Panthers Den, 4-Man Rush on Twitter. He put this theoretical trade up, and I'm just going to get y'all to tell me what you think. Carolina receives T. Higgins. We send them our 2024 second-round pick, 2024 fourth-round pick, 2025 fifth-round pick, 2025 third-round pick, and safety Jeremy Chin. Is that too much for T. Higgins?
That's a lot.
Sign me up.
Yeah,
sign me up as well.
We got a contract ready for his ass.
There was another one, Cody, on there that I commented on and said, yes, do it. I think it was TMJ and somebody else and two other players for him.
How many picks do we have in 25? Are we missing a second?
Yeah,
we got a first. That's what matters. We got a first.
Yeah, exactly. And the first are the only things that we know are going to be quality.
The problem with trusting to go out to just follow up on what you were saying. Yeah, I think that's a good point. And no, I don't really trust him to make a better second or third round pick than T. Higgins right now. But at the same time, we don't have a first round pick. So how much are we're really giving up, a whole draft potentially. If we don't trust him to draft his second or third, we don't trust him, for the remainder. So we're giving up a whole draft.
I get that, but we've seen what these wide receivers do when they get traded to a team with a young up-and-coming quarterback. They both elevate each other into a great offense.
Hold on.
So
let me ask that guy a question real quick. Hold on. I'm sorry I don't know your name, but do you think outside, because we don't have a first round pick, do you really think we could get a player with those picks that's going to impact this team as much as a T. Higgins would?
So can I add to this? If we followed with this trade, 24 we would give up the second and the fourth, which would leave us our third, a fifth, a sixth. Yeah, a third, a fifth, and a sixth.
Oh, my fault, Kyle. I didn't know you were talking. My fault.
That's my bad.
We
would have 3 picks, and our first pick would be in the third round.
I mean, I'll say this: Zavala was a great pick already. He looks like a good player. I mean,
it's TJ here. I think you were asking me. No, like I said, I don't think we could draft better than a T. Higgins. I don't. I'm just saying that we're giving up basically a whole draft for him. And no, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Honestly, we need. I didn't think I would be saying this. I hoped I wouldn't. It sucks, but we do need a scope. Like I said, we need him if it's week 1. If
I would like
TMJ continues to play this way and DJ Chark doesn't come back, because when you ask me, would I trade DJ Chark for T. Higgins. I don't know. I haven't seen Chark play. I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know. It's one of those things we don't know what we have, which sucks. It's like the last 3 seasons all over again. So we just have to let it play out, I think.
Yeah, but the reason why I even bring this up is because if you're going to entertain training for T. Higgins, this is what you're going to have to give up. Because remember, the Carolina Panthers don't have a first-round pick, not this coming season. And you're probably going to have other teams that are willing to give up something, maybe even more than this deal that you're looking at right here, to get T. Higgins.
They can always franchise them.
You have to pay to play, man. And that's why I even bring this up, because we have to be realistic when talking about these trades. A lot of people want the big name player to come to Carolina, but then when they look at what it would cost to do so, they balk at it and they don't want anything to do with it anymore. So if you're really someone who wants T. Higgins, you're looking at something like this or more.
We're also talking.
Yeah, Cody, I think that's a great point, and I would just say one more thing about this. I would say that we lost our chance to do what we needed to do because we brought in all these new skill players, and they're all great, and now look at they're injured and they're not playing like we thought they would so far. TMJ, I'm really referring to. So basically, what I'm saying is, I don't think we should give up the future because we're building with Bryce. I don't think we should give up any more future draft picks when we didn't take our chance and just spending money in free agency. Because we had a chance in free agency to spend money and try to get players whether they want to come here or not. I'd rather try to do that than give up draft capital in the future with a young quarterback.
Hey, I'm gonna go to Kevin, but I equate that to like what Anthony was saying earlier, that the fact that we have a first round pick, like, to me, you're not giving up all of your draft, and we haven't been able to draft well. I mean, at least not compared to a lot of other teams. A lot of those later round draft picks haven't even panned out to be starters for the Panthers. So I'm more like to want to go and get a proven commodity rather than depending upon an unproven draft pick that may or may not work out from a GM that may or may not be here at that time. I don't want the Panthers to do to Bryce Young what they did to Cam Newton for so many years and not give him the proper help at the receiver position.
I don't think they want to do that, Cody. I don't think they want to.
Three quick things, and I'll let Kevin go. One, the Bengals would easily take this trade because the Bengals can draft. The Bengals have proven they find gems anywhere. Two, we need to do this trade because I don't have trust that they're going to be able to draft a receiver like this because we've already tried it with Terrence Marshall. They already, took a shot on a guy like Shi Smith. Those guys haven't panned out. And three, like, what are these draft picks really going to turn into? Are they going to turn into Derek Browns and Brian Burns and Jaycee Horns and Ike Ekwonu? Like, you never know for us. But here's the thing. I'd keep this trade if we didn't have Scott Fitter in office. But we do. So I just screw it at this point. Like,
if our draft picks don't turn out, we're screwed anyway, dude. You can't pay the whole team.
I will say,
you can't bring in the whole team.
I wouldn't turn down the deal, but we were all just bitching about, if one player gets hurt, we're screwed.
I think you gotta do it, and you gotta pay him.
We just complain about depth. I mean,
well, you always go into every season praying the guy you don't get injured, regardless of who's on the field.
Right.
So,
or which team it is.
I don't think that should be a reason to stop.
I think this just all goes back to what Pickle said earlier, is that we're still a lot of years away, man. Like, Matt Rule really set us back. Like, the whole depth problem is his fault. And now it's like you're trying to rebuild with these leftover scraps. So you're still in the mix of like, okay, we want to help Bryce out, but at the same time, we may need to keep this draft because we don't have any depth at all. That's where
can I point one thing out is that, okay, so exactly like you just said, I feel like with Frank Reich being there, he's kind of him and the rest of the coaching staff are kind of feeling out that, okay, here's where these players that have been here, they're not cutting it. Like they brought in Tarik Cohen. They brought in, they're bringing in other players on the practice squad just so they can kind of have a little depth and bring in players they want. They're kind of bringing in players they want to the practice squad, kind of backdooring Scott Fitter in a way. I mean, he's got to sign him, but basically what I'm saying is it seems like Fitterer, Frank Reich and the coaching staff is trying to enforce their will on Fitterer kind of in a way that doesn't make him look bad. Like, hey, this ain't working. We need to go another way here, and this is all we can do for right now. Is what it seems like to me, and that's a positive.
Isn't there like
sign.
a big receiver free agency class next year too?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Michael Pittman. You got Michael Pittman coming out.
Yeah,
too.
he's a guy now. He's a guy that I could easily see this team targeting, and he's a good receiver. I mean,
he also has history with Frank Reich.
Yes, and he looked good with Anthony Richardson. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens
so far. Yeah.
If I may shout out Dan Morgan, who said something not long ago that people should remember. When you go into free agency, be careful when you sign somebody who has a history of injuries, because it's going to sneak back up.
Yep.
And I don't know why him and Scott didn't have that conversation before they signed.
Yeah, it's funny, right?
Jackasses, but they did.
Because he was cheap.
He's always been cheap. He was cheap in Seattle.
That's the problem, man.
Scott Fitterer is like that girl you go to a bar and you kind of avoid because she's been with them.
And we're talking about
Scott Fitter. Scott Fitter is that Tinder girl that you swipe.
You got to
right on,
remember,
but you end up going on the date with her, and you know that she's like a 5 out of 10, but you're just like, all right, well, I'm still going on the date with her. Like you're expecting not great results. Like that's what it is, and that's why I think Dan Morgan may take over, because I think Dan Morgan says the right things. I just think he's not in charge right now.
The receivers, Scott. Oh, excuse me. The receivers Scott got were the best that were going to come here.
Scott Fitter is a buddy G, and Dan Morgan's more of a matter of fact. This is what it is. You do it or you don't. I'm getting my guy.
Hopkins was never going to come here. He even said that in his letter when he said, "Damn, the Cowboys didn't want me. Damn, the Lions didn't want me." He never mentioned the Panthers.
Yeah, but Kev, doesn't that also insinuate that we never made him an offer that told us that
he would have said that.
we want him?
No,
He said he
it
wouldn't want
could
that.
insinuate the fact that we made him offers, but his ass didn't want to come.
He didn't want to come
Or
here.
that the
He didn't
offer
want to
was
go with a
not
rookie.
good enough.
Or the offer wasn't good enough.
But no, but I'm saying,
Scott
like, if
Fitterer-
the Panthers, he also
'Cause he
mentioned
said
a bunch of
everybody
he mentioned a bunch of situations that weren't necessarily like teams that you heard being the top of, teams that might
He just
get
did an
DeAndre.
interview, and he named every team that did not offer him a contract except for us.
Are we actually worried about the cap?
I mean, I'm just saying.
not.
I
I'm
think
not worried
Scott-
about DeAndre Hopkins.
I think Scott went out there and just
The salary cap
tried
is
to
a
get
myth
best
anyway.
receivers
I don't know.
That's what I'm about to
Yeah.
say. Look at the 49ers.
That was the
Yeah,
best
we have a
available
top
receivers we
3
can get.
richest owner in the league. Why are we worried about
If
salary?
we're worried about the cap, then Scott Fitter should be fired.
But they do, and that
If
whether
we're
you like
worried
it or
about the
not,
cap, that's terrible.
well, whether you like it or not, when they get up and they make a decision whether who's going to go after somebody or not, they look at that cap. Whether me and you like it or not, I don't think the cap's real either. I think it's a myth, and I think if you have an intelligent person on your field, he can make arrangements around that. But
again,
everybody assumed that Suleiman would make the cap go here and there. He makes what he wants to with it, but he also was known in Pittsburgh of being a cheap SOB. That's why when he left, the Steelers are no longer a cheap SOB, but we are.
Remember, we were all freaking out because we let Carlos Dunlap go without a contract. Carlos Dunlap didn't do much last year.
Nope.
He ain't do shit.
Exactly.
He's available
in free agency right now.
Yeah.
I think whoever made a point about that, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think Scott he got the best receivers who are willing to come here. Like, they have to want to come here.
I think Tony made a great point about like the guaranteed money being money, lost interest basically. and I could see them being worried about that. But if you're worried about the salary cap, you look at teams around the league that are winning Super Bowls. If they're not worried about the salary cap, that's a huge freaking gross negligence
But that's
on the
because
GM.
those teams
That's on the
can
GM.
draft. That's the difference. They can
Hey,
draft.
Kevin.
They don't
Yeah.
have.
Never forget, we had a wide receiver that wanted to be here.
Oh, we got a quarterback.
Here we go,
now, but-
Can I say this real quick? Not on the DJ Moore.
On a
You know
reasonable
what just
price
came-
tag, too.
Yeah,
We
you
got a
know what
quarterback,
just came to
though.
my head? How when Adam Thielen went on the Pat McAfee show and he was saying how like Frank
He didn't
Reich
even consider us.
sold him this stuff that we were gonna win a Super Bowl, dude. Frank Reich must have sold him a bag
That,
of real
yo,
bullshit.
He sold him on the contract.
I laughed so hard at that.
No, but I was like,
I
are you
couldn't even
kidding
take
me?
him serious saying that. I'm sorry.
He
I think Adam Thielen might have had a concussion.
That's what
Bro,
happened.
the
He
way
sold him on
Pat
the contract.
McAfee just like he only acknowledged it because he had to, because it was his show. That had me weak as
Bro,
fuck.
even Pat was tripping on that too. He was like, you could tell he was like, the Panthers in the Super Bowl. I don't know about that one.
Wait,
Right.
who said that?
Dude, so
Adam Thielen
Adam
right
Thielen-
after Adam Thielen got signed by the Panthers, he went on to the Pat McAfee show, and then one of the reasons why he said he came here was because he believes we could be a Super Bowl contender
And the golf machine.
or win a Super
And
Bowl.
electronic golf.
We'll be a Super Bowl contender by the time he's 43. So he
It's
won't
the
even
same
be-
reason why Mike Williams went to Clemson. Bullshit.
He just wanted to play golf in the locker room.
Yo, that's
Yeah,
how you
okay.
know that Kev is a salty ass
Okay.
Gamecock.
You know what
fan.
happened?
It's
God
like,
sent Mike Williams
His
told
team
you.
ain't good
Yeah,
enough.
that's
had
right.
orange and purple.
That's
all
They
over
don't
the
know how
car.
to get
That's what
good
happened.
enough players on their team.
Mike
Hey,
Williams
hey.
got a car. That's what happened.
Yo, Mike.
Bro,
I mean, yo, Kev. Why is it so
NIL
hard
wasn't
to
even a
believe?
thing then.
Why
No.
is it so hard to believe that God pointed him in the right direction?
No, God sent
The
him a
better
car
of the
in his
two
driveway, and
places.
that car was orange and purple.
Nah,
That's what
I
happened.
mean, hey, I'm gonna.
He
trust
was
that-
like, I want Deshaun Watson throwing me the ball.
He was going to
Yeah.
sign with us, and then
Yeah,
the
he's
very
gonna
next day,
choose that
God
heavenly
changed it.
knowledge
Shut
over there.
up.
But he don't want to be with them degenerates down there at
You mean
whatever school
degenerate? Y'all making fun of
you're
Jesus,
there for,
and then
bro.
y'all lose every game
Ain't
now.
nobody make, bro. We love Jesus. That's our MO. I don't
Y'all
know
made
if you
that
heard.
NIL joke. Jesus didn't like that NIL joke, though.
Oh well, you know, Dabo will pray about it, and it'll be all right. Go ahead, Michael.
Off track.
Michael, go ahead, man.
Okay, so I got a question. Can you hear me?
You're breaking up kind of bad. It's hard to
Cody?
hear you.
You sound underwater.
Yeah, Michael, come back. Exit out and then come back in, and we'll try one more. Yeah, come back out, and then we'll get you back in.
You know,
all right.
Adam
Yeah, hey.
Theoden, when Adam Theoden made that comment, he had just signed a 3-year deal here, and he insisted on signing a 3-year deal. They only wanted to sign him to a 1-year deal, and he insisted he wasn't signing until he was offered a 3-year deal, and he signed his 3-year deal.
And I
So
think
if he
this is-
saw a Super Bowl team, maybe he saw a Super Bowl team 3 years from now.
Well, you could play
Maybe he
longer.
just wanted to retire.
No, I think it's this. I think he wanted to go.
My
to the
man wanted
Cowboys
to
or-
get paid for 3 years.
He wanted to go to the Cowboys or Broncos, but they didn't offer him the money we did. That's what the Super Bowl talk really means. So I get what Kevin was saying with that. It's
Well,
just
so,
'cause
yeah,
of the
from Mike
check he-
Williams.
Yeah, him too. But it's just for the check. It's just for the check that he got.
Yeah.
Well, he's a dumb motherfucker anyway, because Cowboys ain't going to no damn Super Bowl.
I mean,
Anybody
everyone
who
knows
thinks the
that.
Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl or is either ignorant, dreaming, or plays fucking Madden too damn much.
Which is a description of a Cowboys fan.
I agree
Good
with
as
Pickle.
fuck.
I'll take a divisional round loss than a 7-win season, though.
That's every Cowboys fan on the planet.
All right, hold on.
There
Let
he
me
is.
try and get Michael back in and see if we have a better connection. What's up, Mike?
Okay, first of all, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, a little bit better.
A bit better.
It's a little better. We'll try. Go ahead.
Okay, so my question was this. What would you guys do if we were to get Justin Jefferson, or what would you guys do if you were the GM to try to get Justin Jefferson?
Oh boy,
that's not
impossible.
Send the house.
He's one of
I would
those
have
few
to- I would
players
have
that
to-
are
I mean,
just
if they can't come to a deal
untouchable by
to get
God.
him,
I would get mad as hell when somebody woke my ass up.
Hey, you
We're
know
not
what?
getting
I
him.
think I would probably.
There's no way.
You would,
We
you
have a
would
better
probably
chance
have
at
to
AJ
donate a
Brown.
body part every day for the rest of your life until
David
you had no
Tepper
body
would have
parts
to
left.
do a whole lot of under the table scenery for that to happen.
Literally, like buying
He would
him
have to
houses
get his
and
wife
shit.
involved.
Oh, no, we're not
Yeah,
doing
and
that.
he would get his wife
No,
involved in the
we're
wrong
not.
way,
No,
bro.
there will be no Nicole Tepper slander while I am running the free for all, boys. I will not have it. But I will say, David Tepper, if you were able to get Justin Jefferson, I would never say another bad thing about you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that dude is just
Here's the reason why I'm asking.
I'm pretty
is
sure if
because-
Justin Jefferson, if he was asked if he wanted to come here, he'd probably just take a walk, bro. Like he'd be like, "Are you kidding me?
Well-
Let me go to the Chiefs. Let me go to."
Are we that much worse than Minnesota?
Oh yeah.
But that's the thing. Minnesota drafted him, and I'm pretty sure like they're gonna end
Oh,
up. doing
shit.
it. Maybe not though. But I mean,
You
I
see
would
Kirk
sure
Cousins
make-
yesterday? That dude was killing it.
No,
Yo,
they're
Kirk
gonna-
Cousins
they're going to pay Justin Jefferson.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Kirk Cousins is the new purple Jesus, man. He's gonna make it happen. He might not win a Super
Who is
Bowl,
the-
but he'll get
wait
to
a
the
minute.
playoffs, no problem.
Who's the old
No
purple
problem.
Jesus? Who's the old purple Jesus?
You know what we need to do?
Adrian
Man, that man
Peterson?
lost to Baker
Oh,
Mayfield.
Adrian
I ain't trying to hear
Peterson?
shit about him.
Or Randy Moss.
What we should
Sorry.
what we should
Yeah,
be
you could
doing-
say Randy. You could say Randy was the original, maybe.
What we should
Or
be
Culpepper.
doing is if Brian Burns trades come up again, and like from the Rams, we'd be like, we want Cooper Kupp for Brian Burns straight up.
Hell no.
I don't know.
Hell yes! What you talking about, bro?
Hell no.
Cooper cutting no.
Bro,
Oh my
hold
God.
on.
Y'all
First of
are-
all,
oh
he's injury
my.
prone. Second
How
of
many-
all, he's clearly
Said Cooper
all that
Kupp?
production is a large. He's a Sean McVay merchant.
And
That's
guess
all I'm
who?
gonna
Guess
say.
who came from the Sean McVay tree? Thomas Brown, who could
Man,
do
he
it.
ain't no
another
No, wait,
Sean
hold
McVay.
on. Time out.
Fuck
Anthony,
outta here.
don't you think that there's a point to be made that like they're worrying that he might have
Look
like
where
a
they-
consistent
man
hamstring
had-
injury now?
Look what the
Tutu
receivers did
Like,
last
nobody's
game.
denying the
getting money,
talent.
bro.
Nobody's denying the talent.
Look
Fuck
at
outta
I'm
Tutu
here.
saying,
Atwell yesterday.
but it's
or
just,
Sunday.
do you expect him to be healthy for us? Like, you've been very critical of DJ Chark, and he's been very injury prone. As of late, Cooper Kupp has been very hurt.
Let me tell you the difference right there, Cody. Cooper Kupp is a god, and DJ Chark is a bum.
Damn.
You said-
That's
you
the
just said-
story.
you
No,
just
no, no,
said-
no, no. I see what you're saying. No.
Anthony, you just said nothing at all.
Yes, I did.
Cooper
Because
Kupp-
even
Cooper
if,
Kupp came-
even if they're still injury pro, okay, take it like this. Take it
Cooper,
like this.
Cooper
He
Kupp
drafted-
came off of an injury season and won the Super Bowl
Bro,
himself.
we're trading for the wide receiver Jaycee Horn. Are we serious?
Oh my god, bro.
Apparently somebody is.
We drafted
I'm not,
the smallest,
but somebody
we drafted,
is.
We
Wait,
drafted
go
the
ahead, Anthony.
smallest-
Go ahead, Anthony.
We drafted the smallest quarterback in NFL history, and he's the one that's healthy out of all three of the other quarterbacks right now. So, like, what's so bad about maybe taking a chance on Cooper Kupp, who you know what he gives you when he plays? And yes, he's had injuries, but like comparing him to DJ Chark, what I meant by that is like, yeah, they both have injury concerns, but at least you know you have an elite talent on the field as opposed to a guy that's just been overhyped by this fan base.
What would you
First
trade
of all,
for?
Hold on, we ain't seen what Thomas Brown really is, so don't compare him to Sean
I know.
McVay.
Listen,
Hey,
this is all
y'all
hypothetical.
know we aren't getting any of these guys, so
Exactly.
T. Higgins ain't coming here. It don't matter.
TJ has to be the party pooper, man.
They're not gonna do it, dude.
No, you're probably
They're
right,
not.
though.
They're not. They're absolutely not. It's all
They'll
in their
never do it.
bad dreams.
Yeah.
Hey, man, look, this is the Friday free for all. Are we not allowed to dream sometimes?
We are, and my franchise team.
A dream.
Pickle, my franchise team. Pickle, my
There's a
franchise
time and
Trust me,
place,
y'all
though.
don't want to hear me sing. I don't want to hear me sing.
Pickle, my franchise team
Gonna
in
get
Madden.
this off.
my franchise team in Madden, I have T. Higgins on one side, and I brought back DJ Moore, and I'm on the other side. And Bryce Young is cooking with these dudes.
You
bro.
know, I wouldn't mind bringing
Cooking
DJ
with
back
them.
in the future when he's a free agent again.
Dude, ship him back, bro. They don't even
He ain't
use
coming back
him,
here.
bro. They don't
He
even
ain't coming
use
back
him.
here.
They don't.
He ain't coming back here.
No, he's probably not.
He would. He would come back here.
He hates us.
I don't think he would come back here.
I don't think he.
I don't think he would
David
either.
Tepper. I just think he hates David.
Guys, y'all got to remember, like DJ Moore was the first pick since David Tepper got the team. And basically, he went through all the misery of the Panthers. Everything bad about this place, he experienced, and then we traded him. He ain't want nothing to do with us.
And he wasn't even
He
here
was
for the
throwing
1 year.
shots as soon as he got out of here, bro. Come on.
Yeah, and
I can't hear you, Michael.
He wasn't even here.
DJ
for
Moore
the 1
got
year.
screwed, man.
And I
He
love
got
DJ.
screwed.
I love him
he
to
wasn't
death.
even he wasn't even here for the 1 year, the year before in CMC's rookie year, where we actually made the playoffs. He wasn't even here for that either. Which is
And the worst part about all this is after DJ Moore gets screwed by the owner, screwed by the organization, goes to Chicago and gets screwed by their fucking team. He also gets screwed on Twitter when all the Panther fans hate on him when he makes a snide comment about being traded.
And you know what? He never said a bad. He really never said a bad word outside of that.
And so why
You
the
gotta
hell would he
respect
come
that.
back here to a fan base that ain't worth a shit?
No, I agree. And the fact that he wanted to stay here, same as McCaffrey, shows me like, damn, we lost our homegrown players, bro. Like, if those dudes say, I want to stay in Carolina, that means a lot, bro. That really does. Like that just means a lot that they wanted to stay here.
But look where Scott Fennerer learned to be a GM. And you don't need to look no further.
Hey, real quick. What about Tyler Lockett? Would y'all be interested in trading for Tyler Lockett?
Are they even wanting to trade him?
There were rumors about Tyler Lockett potentially being traded.
Isn't he?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Player for player or draft picks? There's a difference there. Because we still need to see what Scott Fitter is all about next year.
You're trading for the same type of receiver as Adam Thielen, though. Like, I mean, like I said,
Tyler Lockett's a speedster, though.
What? Yeah,
Is
Tyler
it?
Lockett's a deep threat.
Well, he used to be. He's 32
Michael,
now.
we can't hear you at all, my buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Michael, your audio is cutting out on you. I hate it for you, bro. Hey,
Who you
real
saying,
quick.
Kevin?
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah, what do you think? Kev?
No, I was saying, isn't he like? I don't know what type of receiver he is. I always thought he was more of a slot like type of guy.
I mean, dude, I know he had some incredible deep threats or some deep threat shots that he was able to take from Russell Wilson all those years. He's a veteran. I think he probably has a little bit more gas left in the tank.
What would we have to give
I
up?
wouldn't mind it, but it's like, damn, if we're gonna,
He's like a 32-year-old.
I mean,
He also had DK Metcalf going across the middle for him.
yes, that's
He
very.
takes all the
He was
linebackers
getting
with
money
him.
before DK, though.
All right.
I won't front.
Hey,
I'm
so
just
real
saying,
quick-
DK helped him a lot.
Hey,
Definitely.
I gotta do something to y'all real fast.
Gross.
Hard.
127 people watching, 90 thumbs up. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We definitely appreciate everybody tuning in to the Free for All every Friday, as you do. We're getting close to 3 hours here, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna get everyone's predictions, man. Bryce Young's home opener, the Panthers home opener, Monday Night Football. Your boy will be there, man. I'm gonna be there with my brother Vince. Can't wait, man. If y'all see me, say hello, say what's up. It's hard to miss the orange and purple wheelchair, bro. So holla at your boy, say what's up, and let's get into some of these predictions. I'm gonna start with my man, Panther Pickle. Pickle, what's up, man? Tell me your thoughts.
Well, last week I said it would be 14-7 Panthers, and I was dead ass wrong. But I'm gonna say 21-10 Panthers. I almost didn't say Panthers,
21-10.
but I'm
All
going to
right.
say Panthers.
So a bit of a bounce back performance.
Yeah, because I just
All
don't
right.
respect. I don't respect the Saints. I don't respect their coaches. I don't respect the city. I don't respect the fans. I don't even respect their fucking food. And they
Yeah.
get us all home.
Get him, Pickle. Get him.
Pickle, you had Pickle.
Fact is, I would piss on your children, but I don't respect them either.
Damn.
Well, you wait a minute. You do what with their children?
He said, "I'm gonna piss on your kids."
That man said he gonna piss R. Kelly
He said,
style.
I'm getting real trifling.
R. Kelly style. Dude, Pickle, you're hilarious, man. Hey, you had me until the very end. All my family's from Louisiana, so I love me some I love me some Louisiana cooking, man. That's some of the
We
best.
know what's wrong. We know what's wrong with you now, man.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
you're
New
right.
Orleans
Oh,
is
you're
dope.
right. You're right.
Yo, fuck the Saints. But New Orleans is dope.
Wait a minute. If all your family's from Louisiana and you live in Charlotte,
And you wore a Falcons jersey.
and then you wore a Falcons jersey when you was a kid.
I know, bro.
Was you a Saint fan when you was a baby?
No, I've never been a Saint fan, bro. I've been bouncing around the NFC
He was just
South,
watching
bro.
the Saints games with his Falcons jersey on.
I'll throw y'all out this bitch.
You were a big Aaron Brooks fan.
No, I'm teasing you, Cody.
Nah, hey, I'm a Panthers process blue in my blood until I die. For anybody who needs to know. But all right, Pickle said 21-10, Carolina. Mike, let's see if we can hear you, bro. What's your prediction?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep, we hear you.
Okay, so my score, and man, you're gonna be disappointed. I'm gonna go Saints 24, Panthers 17.
24-17, New Orleans. All right, man. All right, a lot of to me that's not too unfair. That's still competitive, but all right, man. Michael has the Saints winning. We appreciate you, Michael. Let me bring my man Anthony back in the room. Anthony, you with me?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. Give me your prediction for Monday Night Football, man.
Well, I'll say this. Last week was a warm-up game for Bryce Young. This week, he's going to show why he's the first overall pick in our home stadium against the Saints. I mean, the Aints. We're going to whoop their ass. I say 24-13. The Panthers win. Defense plays good. Bryce Young has a good game. We are not losing to Derek, dude, where's my car? We're not losing to that dude.
Hey, Derek, dude, where's my car? I like that. He's going to have a hard time finding that car after Brian Burns takes him to the junkyard, if you know what I'm saying, man.
For sure, bro. For sure. I may also make a small appearance on the post-game show at Cody's house. We don't know yet, but I'm trying to get it worked out, man. So y'all may see me pop on the post-game show for a bit, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna be hitting you up soon, Anthony, about making that happen. But yeah, definitely, bro. We'll try and get that. There's so many people I want to meet. I think White Chocolate.
I'll be there.
Be up there. Dale said he was about to be there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's about to be incredible, man.
Yeah, Monday night always crazy there. So yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Let me go to my man Jake the Snake. Jake, happy to have you as always, bro. Give me your final prediction for Monday.
Hell yeah. All right, so I'm going to go Panthers 28, Saints 17.
Panthers 28, Saints 17. I like that. My man Kyle at Charlotte Sports 1. Check him out on YouTube doing Panther football content, doing Hornets basketball content. Happy to have you once again, bro. What's your final prediction for Monday Night Football, the Panthers home opener?
Yes, sir. So I got Bryce going for 2 touchdowns, and we have a rushing touchdown. I think we got a 21-17 end score with the Panthers winning.
All right. Carolina Panthers winning the matchup. Let me go next to my man Evan, C3 Evan Sports Talk. I appreciate you, bro. Tell me your final score prediction for Monday Night Football.
All right. This is a tough one because I want us to win, and I feel like we could, but I'm not 100% sure we will. But I still think we will, and I'm going to say we're going to win 24 to 17. 24 to 17.
24 to 17. Panthers, you said, right?
Yep.
All right. 24 to 17. Panthers. Let me go to my man TJ. TJ, happy to have you on the free for all, bro. Give me your final prediction for Monday Night Football.
Yeah, thanks for putting up with me. Appreciate you having me, Cody. And,
no problem, bro.
Yeah. Good times once again. I'm going to go with Panthers 24, Saints 20, baby. And we're going to win the turnover battle. We're going to have 1 turnover to 2 turnovers. Our defense is going to get a couple for us this week. That's what I'm saying. 24 to 20.
24 to 20. I like it. Another close game. And hey, just in the nick of time, it's that boy Wes Justin, is Kid Rock's younger brother. What's up, Wes? Give me that final score prediction, brother.
Man, it's tough to say, but I want to say one thing before I say that.
All right.
Last week, I was talking shit about our boy.
He said, pipe down. He said, hey, that man said, pipe down, y'all. I'm on the free for all right now.
I was talking shit about our boy Chuba the other day, and I want to be the first to apologize to that man.
Thanks.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Hey, hate it or love it, look, he balled. And who else balled for us?
Oh, my God.
Hey,
I hear
if he
crickets.
can keep it up. Look, if he can keep it up, bro, I ain't got no complaints with the dude. I just hope he can keep it up because he sure as shit ain't done nothing until then.
Well, he don't make as much as Miles Sanders, and he looked as good as Miles Sanders did.
He looked better.
He
didn't fumble.
You're right. So, all right.
Hey,
But,
so yeah, Justin, give me a score prediction, man.
I'm gonna go opposite what y'all were saying and what Madden's saying. I'm going 17-14 Panthers. What?
17-14 Carolina Panthers.
I think our boys are gonna kick a field goal to win a game.
Yes, sir. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like
classic Panthers
that.
style, you know.
Oh yeah, cardiac cats, baby. That's what we do. Next up, the man of many jerseys, JJ. You know I always appreciate having you, bro. And hey, man, you had a great cat call on Tuesday night, man. I appreciate the love you showed. But yeah, man, talk to me. What's your final prediction for Monday Night Football? Panthers at home against New Orleans.
Hold on, I had a cat call. I don't remember hearing my cat call. Honestly, I might have to go back and re-listen.
Yeah, you left a couple of them. Yeah, one of them was real cool, man. Telling us thanks you and shit. See, man.
From the other.
Yeah. You remember?
All right, my fault. Back to the game. All right, so give me the Panthers. Obviously, we're winning this game 24-14. I think we'll kick a field goal, with 6 minutes left in the game, ice it, make it a 2-possession game. We'll hold from there. Dominate it in the trenches. Panthers will be smoking the Saints pack on Monday night, baby. We smoking that pack, all right? We still own the Saints. We always gave them fits, even when they were supposedly Super Bowl contenders. And ever since Drew Brees and Sean Payton left, we got the better of them. 3 of the last 4, swept them last year. That shit ain't leaving, baby.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, someone even made a point in the chat room. The Saints managed to lose to Matt Rule. What?
And Sam Darnold had the worst performance ever last year, and we still beat them. In their house.
See, that's what I say. How can you respect the head coach who loses to Matt Rule?
Dennis Allen is garbage, bro.
I did see an interesting fact the other day that Derek Carr, one of 2 teams he's never lost to, is us. I don't know if that shit's true or not, but
I think that is
Well,
actually.
it don't matter.
Yeah, he plays for the Saints.
When Derek Carr was with Dennis Allen in Oakland, all they did was lose. So
well,
those are just two
Exactly.
losers go
I
together.
told my boss man, which is a diehard Saints fan today, that at work, and he was like, "Ah, shit."
Dennis Allen has never had a winning record as a head coach. All right.
That's the first time my boss man has ever not talked shit. So
FYI to everybody who's planning to watch the game, so you know, the game starts at 7:15 because it is the
What's up,
first
Kobe?
of two games
In the chat.
Monday night.
I'm gonna be on a freaking.
Hey, so
plane.
I have
That's
a question.
bullshit.
I'm gonna be there, so I won't have this problem. But I know that they're playing one at 7:15, and then they're playing the Browns versus whoever. At
Ours is on ESPN.
So, and then the other one is going to be where?
I would imagine.
So then the entire game for
Hang
the
on, I'll tell you.
Panthers, right? But the entire game for the Panthers is going to be.
It says ESPN
It's
/ESPN.
It's CBS.
We
The other
gonna
one's
be
on
fucking
CBS, I think.
And the other one's going to be on ABC and ESPN Plus.
Troy Aikman's not calling it, so you can be happy just because of that.
Thank God.
Yeah, no, Joe Buck and
we
Troy
gonna be
Aikman
on
on another
Impact.
game. So that's good.
All right, yeah, it's on
Fuck Joe
ABC.
Buck.
All right, yeah.
Real quick, I want to ask you something, Cody. Have you heard about the? I just saw it on Twitter. Some sort of racial issue after the game last night, directed toward Madison, the Vikings running back.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's disgusting, bro. That's just horrible.
While I was scrolling today, I saw something about it.
I didn't know nothing about it until just now. That's just nasty.
Football fans just take shit to a different fucking level, man.
They a bunch of bitches.
If you like that, if you like that, I'll just
that's the dumbest shit in the world.
Don't put C3 on your damn profile. Just go away. Just go jump off the river somewhere, or the lake, or just your sharks or some shit.
We got two more
Move the damn
people. Got two more people to go, and then we'll get out of here. The boy White Chocolate Espresso will also be there in attendance on Monday night. What's your prediction, man?
I say 28-13 Panthers. I got Bryce Young going 21 for 32, 220, and 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Bro, I like you.
Woo! He might throw one. I'm not.
Nice.
That's a hell of a turnaround game right there, bro. That's a hell of a.
I'm expecting
man.
I'm ready for it.
I'm ready too, bro.
You're right, bro.
Well, listen, man. Last but never least is the man who waves the flag for C3 high and proud for everyone to see. My man, the brand ambassador. My man, D's ill skills, brother. Give me your final prediction for Monday Night Football.
I think it's going to be an exciting game. I think we're going to open up the offense a little more. I think the execution is going to be better. I think DJ Shark is going to be back. I think that he will help us uncork the offense a little bit. I think Bryce Young had the jitters in the first game. I think he got a little bit shook. I don't think he played to his potential. I think we're going to see something different from him. And I believe in Bryce Young. And I believe that he needs to make up that 90 yards that he's missing to be on track for 4,000 yards this season. Bryce Young is the truth, guys. He's going to show it on Monday night for all the Panthers fans to see. And we're all going to cheer along with them in Bank of America Stadium if our name is Kevin or Cody. And we're going to have a great time. I think Kyle's going to be there too. Let's get fired up for the Panthers. And let's go, Bryce Young. I think we have a big game.
Baby.
31 points for the Panthers, 28 for the Saints. We come out with the win. Let's go, C3.
Let's go! C3 Friday, free for all, baby. We out here.